just say like
exactly what is going to be happening if the tsunami, the first wave, is going to be late. But again, you can see some streaks on the
some
ocean.
streaks.
Those are like rip currents that have developed.
Oh, okay.
Definitely, the tsunami is going to be playing into the strong currents. We're watching the water at least start to move in a little bit, like you said, over near the sunbeam reflecting.
Dude, this chat is funny.
The direction of the water flowing into the bay. Again, it was 7:10. This is the best prediction for the arrival of the wave. Much like weather models, it's really hard to simulate the entirety of the ocean. So that was the best prediction given by the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center.
Okay, good.
We're going to keep watching this. If it is delayed out here for Kauai, that also means that it will be delayed as we're going further down the island chain. Again, it does seem like we are seeing some waves moving in. It's
Any second.
very active scene.
I know that's what they're saying. There might be some delays.
You know, I mean, taking us back now.
Yeah, I'm live streaming my reaction.
But the
Oh, I remember.
Huh?
magnitude quake in Japan, it was a very powerful.
No, they're showing the cam right now.
A tsunami wave as well, and you could definitely, when you do see it on camera, you can definitely tell that is a tsunami wave. You talk about the receding of the water, and I remember vividly watching Hilo Bay, and you will definitely see that big difference there. As far as right now, though, again, we are just monitoring and looking at the shoreline for any changes there. And again, once again, off in the distance, that sunbeam that you were pointing to, we're also noticing
I'm just seeing some subtle wave, seeing some ripples going on.
I'm noticing one crack in the water.
I know, looks like a rift.
Coming soon.
Telltale sign that the tsunami wave has arrived.
Sunset is expected at 7:12, so we've
Okay.
still got some daylight. We're just past that. And thank goodness that we still have that light out there to really give us a clearer sense of what is happening. We're going to be staying on this cam.
Oh, yeah.
Hanalei right now.
Good, good. We want to see the tsunami.
Overlooking Hanalei Bay with the expected arrival of the first activity of
Tsunami.
the tsunami generated by the 8.8.
Generated.
We're looking at this. Our first
Is this a Geometry Dash reference?
closely,
Everyone's
literally
spamming 6-7.
an unfolding situation as we're watching
Epstein
the water,
files.
paying close attention
Time to learn how to
the
surf.
conditions.
And again, the water here has to wrap around since Hanalei Bay is on the northern portions of the island. It's coming from the
Help me, please. There's nothing going on.
of the island chain.
There it
The
goes.
map just completely opened
Start
up.
digging in your butt,
It's gonna wrap
twin.
around. First, it hits the Nepali coast, and then starts to move into Hanalei Bay, move down.
Mason 6-7. Okay.
Of, Kauai.
This guy keeps
So
spamming
we are
Mason.
gonna
What,
continue to see how
what's with
this evolves.
Mason?
And Drew and Ben, talk about the impact of, I know this earthquake, 8.8 earthquake off the eastern coast of Russia had the depth of 46 miles down. Now, talk about how that plays.
How'd that
role
play?
in the strength and power of wave?
Well, usually the deeper an earthquake is centered, the less likely it will cause an earthquake. It will cause a tsunami, rather. However, it kind of depends on the type of earthquake. Drew had explained earlier, if it's a slip, not too bad. If it is a thrust earthquake that goes straight
Thrust.
up, and that pushes the whole column of water up. So one of the things
This
that we were
guy said
seeing
thrust.
in the Thailand earthquake, the devastating,
Screw
I
him.
believe it was 2006 earthquake, might have been, I might have to check on the date there, but the one that devastated so many places like Indonesia and
Indonesia.
on Christmas Eve of that year. Right now,
Oh yeah, that
not
like
really
20,000
showing
people
anything, but
died.
then
Is that
again,
one that you're talking about?
710 was an estimated arrival. There was a wave that was recorded, according to Haima officials, at the buoy at Midway Atoll. So depending on how things are going, we could be seeing a delayed arrival. But then again, remember,
And it
is
just
not
hit
just the first.
7:17, which is
Yeah.
when
Seven?
we're expecting the first waves to arrive on Oahu. If we can now switch over
Okay.
to, this is a live look at Honolulu Harbor. Where
Oh,
earlier,
see
we were also
something going on
monitoring,
there.
Quite a few reports that
But it's not too
boaters,
crazy.
a
This is
number of
definitely getting
them,
all
and,
ripply though.
fishing boats were heeding the warning,
See.
and we also saw them head out to sea, staying away from the channels.
Okay.
Going in water at a depth of
I know that thing is a
20
ghost
feet or
town.
greater.
I don't see
And
no
you can see,
movement
it looks like
anywhere
the harbor is
except the
all
water.
clear. Even
Yeah.
got word that the Coast Guard cutter ship also left the harbor right now. As
That's
we
good.
take a look at Honolulu Harbor 717, again, the
We
estimated
got
arrival of the
fucking
first waves
scammed.
here at Oahu.
Yeah,
It
and
got
the ability
scammed.
for these vessels to evacuate is
It's just a
one of the
little
reasons
water.
why
Ain't nothing
an
hurt
event
no
like
one,
this,
bro. They're
because
chilling.
You had the 6-hour notice, you know, for the boaters to
Fiend,
head out
this
to
guy.
the open ocean, for residents and visitors to head to different evacuation sites right now. So
go
we're
check
keeping a
Japan.
Very close eye.
Supposedly Japan's supposed to have something going on. Let's go check Japan. Oh, it's right here. I'm blind. Okay. Then you got little waves. There's nothing. There ain't nothing. What is this scam, bro?
Here. What should our viewers be paying attention to in regards to the water movement and activity?
Sorry, before you guys answer, can we switch over now to this live look at Waikiki, where we might be able to detect more changes in the water here.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can definitely see a clear view of the coastline, and
Oh,
definitely
sick.
empty there.
Good.
Earlier shots, right, Mark, when you guys began the coverage right after the tsunami warning, the beaches were crowded. You can
Yeah.
see that is not the case right now. They
Good.
heeded the warning. Mayor Rick Blangiardi said if you're anywhere near the coastline, get out.
And I think it's important to note just generally the ocean conditions right now. We do have a small craft advisory. We have strong
In
trade
Quizex?
winds.
How do I type
We
that?
also have a rising swell on south-facing shores and east-facing shores. We're seeing wave heights expected today.
Okay,
at
right there.
3 to
Is he showing them live? Oh, right here.
Waves coming in, waves right there coming in. There was a
I see this
row.
crack on Kauai, or however you pronounce it. What about here? You got some. This is just normal. But look, these waves are coming in, mainly here on this coastline. If I go back to the one I was watching, look,
so many
they're showing. Look at all
waves
this.
here.
Yeah.
So far with the
A lot of
epicenter
changes on the
just
water.
off the coast of Russia and giving us
Wow.
a window to get here. We
Sheesh.
are likely going to be seeing
Look at all of
a
this.
smaller scale of a tsunami.
Look at it, went all the
but
way up
still a
here,
lot
bro.
of energy, but it's really
Uh-oh.
hard to predict how the wave
How do they?
direction is going to be impacting
Okay.
some of the spots.
So you got
that,
I mean, you
we're
see a
talking
little.
about the shape of Hilo Bay itself. Historically has caused damage in the past.
Crazy. I can't wait to
especially
see the
for
Cali
boats
one, though.
And even along the coastal harbors there.
Midnight
So
tonight,
this is
yeah.
something we're gonna have to wait.
I'm
and
trying to see
watch
that.
throughout the next couple of hours. The
Yeah,
initial
I'll be right back.
wave
Y'all can
could
watch
be
this.
small, but then build up throughout the next couple of hours.
One thing that I'm noticing when we have had tsunamis in the past, when we have shown this shot, this live shot of Coconut Island, usually that little channel between the island and the main part of Hawaii Island, you can see a current that is going in and out. We haven't seen that yet in Hilo, obviously. Right now, here's another live look at Honolulu Bay. And whatever was happening off in the distance might have been a camera artifact. Haven't seen it.
Imagine they
off
were
the
like, it's
distance
coming
anymore,
from
off at the
Las
point.
Vegas.
But we are still seeing
Just
some
now
currents
hearing
that
secretly
that still
nothing's happening,
indicates
bro.
some sort of activity. The shoreline right now, the water has not receded, but
Bro, you heard they're gonna add a
as Jen
tomato head to
mentioned, the
Fortnite
possibility
for
that
the chapter
maybe
6?
the first wave not so
They're on
big,
what?
but again,
You know the
it's a
tomato head at
series of
LG?
waves. We
Yeah.
had in
They're gonna riff that to
2011,
the chapter 6
huge
thing,
waves
the
start
map.
coming in and
Really?
impacting
Like, you heard how they're
the
connecting it,
Kailua
bro?
Kona
That's gonna be
area,
actually so
this,
cool.
causing major damage to the shops on Ali'i Drive.
Is
and
the
that
story
was
gonna
like
be back, bro?
Do you know what the next
5,
season's
4 or
gonna
5
be about?
hours after the
Pretty
initial waves
fucking
had
ass.
hit Oahu,
Like,
and
bro,
so,
bug invasion.
we're not
Like, bro,
in the
get this
clear
bullshit
yet.
out of
It's
here.
not a single wave.
Wait, it's gonna be
That's
a
true.
bug
It's not always the
invasion?
first wave that
Yes,
might be
bro.
the most dangerous, and it is a
I can hear
series of
myself on
waves.
George
That's
Street.
a great reminder, Ben. And now we want to turn things over to our reporter Mahealani Richardson.
Yeah, we had
they're
mentioned
doing
the vessels leaving
that.
harbor areas, heading out into the open ocean. We have great
But
video
all
of
I
some
want
of
is
the
One Piece
vessels
to come to Fortnite.
leaving the ports.
Won't be
Let's
Luffy.
send it over to
Be Shanks
Mahalo
in
with some of
Fortnite.
the images you've captured. Hey, ma'am.
Imagine Zoro,
Thanks a
bro.
lot, Mark and Steph.
Imagine
Of
it's
course,
three
if you need to
sword style,
interrupt
bro,
me at
stop
any
playing.
moment,
Oh my
because
God,
we're
that
all
is a
keeping an
pick.
eye on our
How would
ports,
that
but I
work?
wanted
That
to
would
show
be
you this
insane. I don't
video
know.
Or it'll
that
probably have to
actually
be
our
like a
Casey Lund
emo,
was
bro, 'cause you
shooting
can't have
from
the sword in your
Kaka'ako
mouth.
High Rise, and it was amazing to
They
see
could definitely
all
do, like,
of the ships
Shishui, like,
evacuating.
Enma,
Now,
bro,
this is
as, like, a
because at about
two-sword pickaxe.
6:47
That'd be so
this
cool.
evening, the U.S. Coast Guard ordered the evacuation
information of all commercial vessels from all commercial harbors in the entire state.
RIP
So you can
certified
see the Coast
Shimon.
Guard there was also moving.
Someone
Several
say that.
boaters were getting out of the way.
Yeah.
I called a boating friend, and he had already gotten the word. In fact, many boaters were not waiting for the
R.I.P.
U.S. Coast
certified
Guard to
Shimon.
give this official warning.
Who is
R.I.P.
this?
Everyone just certainly getting out of the way. There are 9
funny.
commercial harbors on 6
Did they
islands.
tag you?
We also saw there was a cruise ship
Might be someone
in the
watching
Hilo
George
Bay
Strait, but
area
it's
that loaded their passengers.
Bro,
and they
I
were
wanna
heading
figure out how that
out to
person
sea.
tagged me,
Now, I
bro.
also called Joint Base
Yeah,
Pearl Harbor
yeah,
to
you
ask
love
about the
you.
military ships. They
Coast
would
Guard.
not say what the military
love
ships are
it.
doing, and so we're trying to get official word
Wait,
on what
Jordan
those
is here when that
battleships are
happened?
doing. But again,
Huh?
the U.S. Coast Guard has
George,
ordered
stop
the
George,
someone started
evacuation
spamming
of all
RIP
commercial
certified
vessels
Shimon.
from every
Where?
harbor in the state of
Oh my
Don't
gosh,
say
right
it.
there. RIP certified Shimon.
For that. And so
Let's
we
see.
were monitoring those live cameras, and we
Mm-hmm.
still, during Mahia's report, we have not noticed.
I said I'm
anything that
back
sticks
from
out
the
just
dead.
yet. But just before we went to Mahia,
Now you have to
Paris
subscribe.
just mentioned what is really important, and that is the reason why, even though this timeline, it has passed, it's not the time to go back to the beach if you're curious, because we have not seen anything noticeable. It is a series of waves. That's what a tsunami wave is. It is not just one, and it is not a surf wave.
I
It
love
wraps
it.
around the island.
Yeah,
It's not a
single
surf
event.
wave.
This is an
No
hours-long
shit.
event, right? Yeah, right? And we're looking at this. This is something where you're watching very closely. You're looking at the changes in the water activity now as the sun has gone down already.
So now,
who
yeah, I
knows
expected
how
that,
much
low-key.
This shot is going to change. what
Because
we'll be able
Hawaii
to
has nothing
see
really going on.
right now as we're staying on our Hanalei cam. We are constantly
Crazy.
refreshing, making sure it is the most up-to-date image
Yeah,
and the
like
most
Hero DW.
accurate representation of Hanalei Bay. As the reports have come down, as the updates have come down, Hanalei emerged as kind of the first site that was going to be seeing any sort of activity.
We want to go live now to our live cam on Maui.
Okay.
And
There's
this is
Maui.
the
You got some
coastline,
ripples.
There, and you can see. I don't know. Are you noticing any differences out there, Ben?
Not just yet. It kind of looks normal.
Godzilla
but,
save
again,
us.
We still have some of those streaks
Stupid.
of flatter water off in the districts. Again, indicative of some
Save us, Kim Jong-un.
currents that are going on.
LeBron will save- like, bro.
LeBron got it, bro.
The ocean a lot are very familiar with those streaks and look for them.
Just
because
do what he did in
those
Space
are the
Jam.
Things that will indicate that could get you into trouble if you get caught in it. But nothing that I see.
Fortnite
Generally
Live
see
make
anything.
it so hard.
It's really hard to tell from
Yeah.
this vantage point, but it does seem like
so
stronger
cooked.
currents are occurring. At the same time, I think it's important to note that
So,
we do have
Brett Nielsen said, "What is
right
6'7",
now.
bro? Go on
So
Google."
There is a rise in water overall and a lot of movement over the water on top of the expected arrival
Joe
of
Rogan.
the tsunami. So a lot of moving parts. It's very dynamic over the Pacific Ocean right now.
One thing that we have had that we haven't really been able to share with you is that the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center has been putting out,
Is it over?
getting-
No.
receiving rather some data.
You're saying it
as
got
far
leveled.
as, the wave heights, and so Wake Island got a 0.7-foot wave that was recorded at the buoy there. Midway, 1 feet. That's not the that's basically the amplitude. That's basically the regular. That's not trough to crest. That is the ocean, the regular ocean surface, and then added to that 1 foot is the wave height. Highest one we've got is one of the dart buoys, which had a 3-foot
Stand ready for my
wave
arrival.
out in the open ocean. This is closer to Kamchatka. I'm trying to figure out which.
Say fake if
exact,
you think this is fake. That's crazy.
Wait, wait.
Zuckerberg's
do
house.
you see the wave? Do you see the wave?
I think so.
I see it.
Oh, it is a wave, huh?
Just so you know
That's
what
a
I'm doing.
big
I'm kind of like.
It's right there. It's right there.
It's right there.
This is probably one of the.
I was
ones
like,
that's
wait, what's that
pretty-
bump?
21416 with a 3-foot amplitude.
Why'd they
is the
move
one
from it?
That is closest to the earthquake itself. So that one recorded a 3-foot wave out in the open ocean. The other ones are.
3 foot, really?
To the,
3 foot.
Some of the wave heights.
1 meter, dog.
There's about 1.1
Crazy.
feet in Japan.
They're like
2
1
other
foot can
dark
pick up a
buoys
car. Like,
that are
there's
out
no
there.
way, bro.
Japan
One
didn't
side
have
and
anything,
4,
bro. I looked down there like
0.6
multiple
feet
times.
and 0.9 feet. And so there is a wave out
Damn!
there. It
I
may not
swear
be
that's
that
a
big, but
wave in the
again,
back
even
right
if it's
there.
not that big, there's still currents.
I know one of the buoys that they were trying to get more information on was the one in Guam at 657. Ben, do you see any data generated at that buoy?
Super Joe Rogan.
Is that Midway?
Guam?
Guam. I don't have Guam on this list, but I'll look it up and see if I
Bah!
can.
We do want to take a look at one of the reasons, of course, why we were watching Midway Atoll so closely is because it is kind of the first warning when we get a tsunami coming from the west or northwest like this. Let's actually take a look at some of the observed
Goon
water
for
levels. If
Hawaii.
we can bring up graphics 12 or max 2 real
What?
quick. You can see
Cheeks.
this very clearly. This is over the last, it seems like the last 24 hours. The blue line, that's the actual prediction for where the water level is going to be.
Oh, okay.
The water level is in red, and you can see as we're going
Oh,
into today, as
okay.
the tsunami wave is passing, the tsunami waves, I should rather say, is passing the atoll buoy. You've got this jump up, you've got this jump down, you've got this jump up, you've got this jump down.
Bro, just
Again,
say you got
this is indicative
zigzags.
Of how many different waves are going to be potentially moving in. Of course, it looks very different out there. It might look very calm on the camera, but again, Ben and I have been talking about how Hawaii is.
So I remember when someone said Ben is bricked. That
when it comes
hilarious.
to our seafloor.
Where's Joe Rogan?
Seafloor topography.
Save us, Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Any femboys in the chat, yo.
Yo, what? 3 foot wave.
It is going to grow.
No, dude, get out the water. No, I don't think that's anybody. I think that's just a wave.
Quickly towards the coast. We get to the deep ocean pretty quickly here in the island chain. We don't have a.
I don't really see much going on here.
Shelf.
I see a little water in the back.
Collab freak off.
What?
And of course, on that graphic,
I see just like a little wave. It's just like a little one. It's not too like crazy, but it's like,
down,
eh.
up, and again, that's multiple waves. It's not just
How did you see Joe Rogan, bro?
How strong the energy is from.
How's Japan doing? Anything? Nope. Boring.
stronger, like much higher.
I want to hear what
and
these
much
guys gotta
lower,
say. A water balloon.
waves.
Will this affect the GTA 6 release? No.
As the wave is
Has it hit yet? No.
So it's going down to the
Anywhere?
bottom.
A little
the buoy
bit.
goes down, and so you're seeing it jump. This is the height and feet.
Goon King.
If you bring up, let's
Tum
bring up
Tum
max,
Sahir.
2 again, graphics.
Spelt it wrong.
12, so you can see what we have out there. Again, this is on
Where
the
we at,
y-axis,
chat?
This is the height in feet. You're seeing this jump between 2 to just below.
Squid Blocks
-1
save us.
-1
Who
feet
the
below
fuck is
the
Squid
average.
Blocks?
Very quickly. This is
I
a
keep
very
seeing
quick
that.
jump.
Something I
Want
wanna
the
jump back
Epstein
to is
files.
When we heard earlier from Governor
Save all the
talking about
shemales, bro.
the buoy at Midway.
Yes.
And so, can you clear up for us and give us kind of like a direct line explanation? So he said it's measured at 6 foot at the buoy. What does that mean? What's happening at the ocean?
So,
see.
to the best of my understanding,
Goon
and Ben, if I say
squad.
this incorrectly, please correct me.
My
6
third
feet is
leg,
what he's
2
talking
feet.
about between the trough and the crest of the wave. So it's 6 feet from the top of how tall it is, how tall the buoy goes up, to how low the buoy goes down in the water. So when we're seeing that, he talked about that 3 foot number. That is 3 feet above the typical water level or the tide level at that time. You can even see the tides in the beginning of this chart here. You've got high tide around 8, and then as you're going into even further, you've got low tide. You can see the up and down, and then you see this jump indicative of the tsunami waves.
We want to show you.
Oh, I'm guessing they said
waves that
6,
were
7 again.
The first waves to arrive on the coast of Japan.
Oh, damn!
And gentlemen, if you could
My dad was talking about this. They're going over the barrier.
was shortly after the powerful earthquake.
Wow.
On the coast of Russia.
Alien
Looks like,
King, what's
I'm
up,
gonna
bro?
assume that the ocean is on the right, or it might be.
Yo.
There we go. That's a better view.
Finally!
All right, this is
Getting some
basically
action.
classic tsunami wave action because it's coming in
Yeah.
from the open ocean, and then you can.
Yo, Dad, it
see
just hit Japan!
Very, very disturbed. Kind of
Wait,
wall of
did?
water that's coming
Yeah.
in and overtaking.
Watch, you not
for
seeing this shit?
example, the seawall there. You see the smaller waves? Those are probably the normal waves that are, just basically every day. But you can see how that big area of
I
light
see
that's
it!
right now
No.
I see
pushes
it!
in,
No!
It's trying to push up the wall.
It's a
Look at-
slightly large one. It's not huge.
It's
by no
trying to
means,
push
but
over.
It is a
See
tsunami wave because you can see
Crazy.
just how much energy that it has
Japan.
basically
I don't know.
generated, and basically pushing in.
Damn.
The waves, the little
Hella
ones you see
fog,
on the
huh?
beach,
They said,
just
like, you'll
above,
see a mist.
you know,
It's like
basically
a
in the center
mist.
there.
Right
That's-
there.
Those are regular waves, but tsunami
That's what
waves,
this dude's
those have
saying.
definitely been coming in
So it's coming.
for Japan. Again, it's a little closer to
Yeah, that one's
Well,
not
live
bad.
stream
where
is
the
getting-
epicenter of this earthquake was. But right
55,000.
now, if you take another look
Right?
at the Hanalei camera,
I'm
not
live right now.
seeing an awful lot. We're still seeing a little bit of the current action, and it seems a little bit flat, close to the area. All right, Pacific Tsunami Warning Center is about to hold a press conference with the
Damn.
latest information. Let's go live there with the latest.
Crazy.
At Hanalei Bay.
Bro, they already got hella waves coming in.
About a foot and a half above
I know.
normal sea level, and then the signal was
Well,
dropping
that was China.
below normal sea level.
Yeah.
When I left a minute
Here's the
ago.
buoys. Here we go. It's
Oh, yeah.
damn. They're starting to
Mhm.
get bigger out there.
Right there. Bound in Hawaii. Look at Japan's
You
just
gotta watch that
Maui.
beach line.
Yeah,
If it
beach
starts
line right now.
shrinking, You know it's rising.
If this thing right here, this line
Yep,
just
if
shrinks.
these rocks start disappearing out there, you know it's starting to rise. You could tell. Look how it's already coming in right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's already covering those little rocks.
You're right.
It's
Dang.
starting to come in right now.
Crazy. Look at it. It's all gloomy. This wasn't gloomy a while ago.
And that does kind of look like a little misty.
Mm-hmm.
haze out there.
You see that mist? Crazy.
Look it out there.
Mm-hmm.
How there's that kind of like
Got
a-
darker now.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this earlier. That's for sure. Look at that. That one just crashed. Crazy. Look at all that. It's probably going to come this way. I don't know about that way, but probably over here. Dang. Crazy.
These are definitely starting to thicken up.
Yep. About time.
Go. It's probably going to be several hours before we may even be able to lower the warning here in Hawaii to advisory level when waves go down. And probably not at least until tomorrow morning before we're able to completely cancel the warning. And right now, most of us are still waiting, and we are waiting to see just how big it is going to get across the state. So
Okay.
stay safe, everyone.
Yep.
Given that the third wave was the biggest for Midway, are you expecting the same here in the islands of Hawaii? And what's the interval between waves?
So the interval between waves can be 10 to 20 minutes typically, from one wave crest to the next wave crest. And we don't know exactly, that midway it was the third wave doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the third wave. Here the wave pattern gets very complicated as the wave crosses the state because those tsunami waves reflect off of islands, and they wrap around islands, and they interact with each other. So at every location it can be a different wave. But the threat will definitely go on for probably for several hours.
Dr. McCurry, if you could kind of encapsulate everything again with regards to what are
Fortnite. Okay. All right, bro.
still not clear.
All right, bro. We don't put that in here, dog.
To see what's that next data point that you can release.
So we're pretty much done with
Cheese
forecasting
master.
tsunami at this point. We're just
Dog.
reacting.
Crazy,
So,
bro.
Of course, our center has responsibility.
I already got all of that in here.
So we're continuing
Borg
to send
Cho-
messages to other countries around
Joe Rogan drowned.
But our main
I don't know if y'all heard about that. Joe Rogan just drowned.
And, so at this
Let's
point,
go check on this. Oh, these ones are starting to cover more. More and more. Slowly. Look at this. The mist is starting to build up here. The fog, oh wow, that built up a lot. This is starting to also cover up. Let's go check on that one Japan one. Okay. Look at this. The waves are starting to cover these rocks a bit. And it's starting to get more foggy. Got more. We got more. Japan news. No. Tsunami. Check this one. Look at these. It's trying to go over this little border rock, little line, little shoreline. In the video, in the stream, if you guys see it, it literally hit the. It's hitting like crazy. Right. No. It's this one.
The waves get
Okay, if we go back, right here, yeah.
You know, just basically
All the fog coming in. These are normal waves for Japan, but it's about to bring in the bigger ones. So these are not it.
That's a tsunami.
Yeah, the mist is already starting to cover.
By any means,
Crazy.
but it is a tsunami wave.
I'm gonna be
You
up
can see
all
just how
night
much
until we get that
energy
Cali one. That Cali one is coming around 12 p.m. PST,
and basically
12 a.m.
so
PST.
the waves, the
West Pacific.
Look at, you could already see it's starting to get more gloomy and foggy over here.
West Pacific,
On this part,
they're out
Hanalei.
in the water. They measure the tsunami without.
Yeah, look right here
definitely,
too.
That's a tsunami. It's looks like I'm gonna
Crazy.
assume
They're
that the
crashing
Earth is
on
the
all
right,
of these rocks,
or
bro.
it might be
And then as soon as you start to see it not cover the rocks no more, that means the bigger waves are gonna come in.
Classic tsunami wave action because it's coming in.
Crazy.
And so, of course, in the beginning, we only have a reading on one.
So
gauge.
far, we don't have
There
too
are
much going on with these
2, 3, 4
waves,
gauges.
but it's like,
So we keep iterating
it's okay.
with these models. But even from the get-go, from the very beginning.
Look at here. You can already see, it's starting to get more foggy. It was not like this like maybe 30 minutes ago. This one, it's been about the same, but I can see this starting to get darker in the background. This little line above the blue is starting to get darker. That's that fog, that mist they're talking about. Maui, starting to move this way. It was originally closing in all of this, and now it's just like, it's just kind of moving away that way. When that Cali one comes, it's gonna go crazy. I'm gonna see hella stories, bro. This is gonna be funny. Not funny because we gotta be safe, but as in like all the reactions to it, it's gonna be crazy. Let's go back.
Should probably come down maybe in a
See what they're gotta say.
an hour or so because we should have more readings from.
Tsunami got Joe Rogan again, bro.
And, I can give you another update.
What sort of conversations will you be having in the next few hours?
Well, mostly.
What is this guy?
Just trying to see if the
What is this person
readings we're
commenting?
getting are,
Miss
are
you.
consistent
Please
with
find
what
it in your
we
heart to
model
contact
and
me.
thinking
Don't
about
deny
the
what
other
you felt that
places
night.
around
If he
the
makes you
Pacific
feel
that
safe,
we're
then stay.
advising
But
at this
please
time.
don't deny your heart and desire. Bro, what are these people doing in the chat, bro? They just be typing anything. Blarg my shoople.
Certainly, Hawaii has
What?
certain areas that in the past typically get big amplitudes, and that's Hanalei Bay. It's
Someone just called someone a mahu.
It's Kahului on Maui, and it's Hilo on the Big Island. And so those.
What else we
are
got? Joe Rogan
our
in South
models now.
Dakota,
Those are
so he's
also
gonna be
the
fine,
biggest
right?
places.
This whole chat is just all Joe Rogan. Release Epstein.
Stay safe, everyone.
They've been saying stay safe for like a minute now.
And that was Dr. Chip McCreary from the Pacific Tsunami Warning
Thanks,
Center,
Doc.
saying again they are done predicting this
Rip
event.
Brawny.
It's actually happening right now. And
Oh my
during
God.
that press conference, Mark,
Start digging in
Drew
your
and
butt,
Ben,
twin.
we were actually monitoring this live shot of Hanalei
6'7",
Bay and actually
okay.
seeing signs that the waters were receding.
Bro,
and
is
at
this water gonna
times
hit her
even
way? Go look at the
parts of
other
the
ones, bro.
were
Look. Let's go back
exposed.
here and check on it. Okay, this is starting to close in more. I don't know if that one, the other one that we were watching, is behind or not. Okay, no, it's definitely closing in. This was open literally not even a few minutes ago. You can go
Not a ton,
back
but,
and see that.
There is a sign that something was happening, and there were some people in the Hanalei area
Crazy.
who were saying that the water had receded enough where the reef was exposed. We were seeing some things on the camera. We weren't particularly sure what it was, but now looking at it, it might have been the reef getting exposed there, and then the water is now coming back in. But we do have, you know, just an indication that some kind of tsunami wave may have occurred or may have arrived in Hanalei. It's not just, it's not that big, you know, it's just not huge, but then again, remember, even if you don't have the size and height on the surface, this energy goes all the way down to the bottom of the ocean, wherever it may be, and is still capable of causing currents. And we're seeing a bit of that right now because it's a little bit flatter close to the shore, and then you can see those tendrils of currents that are heading out those areas of flatter water that kind of snake out into the further distance there. So it might not be huge, it might not be, you know, something that looks extremely destructive, but just from looking at the ocean and the way the ocean looks, there is something happening out there right now. But,
look at
as Chip McCreary from
it's wavy. It might come in.
the Warning Center said, this could still be several hours. As we've been saying this evening, it's just the first wave. It's not going to be the whole, you know, I mean, it's not going to be one and done. It's going to be...
There's definitely more coming. You could see there's stuff going on in the back.
Every 20, 30 minutes.
No doubt.
Possibly for the next several hours.
And it does appear that, you know, from when we first started...
I'm trying to see Cali, bro.
7:10, about a half an hour ago, that you can see more movement.
Rip Fiji.
You were speaking of an event like this, when
What?
you're seeing any types of movement in the current, and I can speak to the strength and power. Drew Davis, you're...
I definitely think that... So they said earlier that there's
on your end.
Like you mentioned,
that there's a that there was already at least one of the waves that hit the shoreline, but it was not big. But the reef is starting to show now, so that means like it's gonna calm down. But there's still more of that energy coming through, meaning there could potentially be bigger waves, smaller waves. We don't know. But I'm pretty sure you can guess there's definitely some more water coming from all the mist and the gloom. It's definitely, I could definitely tell there's definitely gonna be some coming. If we go check the where is it at? Let's go check this one, and then we'll check Japan. This water is starting to, ooh, okay, it's starting to cover the rocks a bit more. If it calms down, the bigger, like maybe 5-6 foot waves could come through, because that means like that bigger energy is being at the back. But yeah, I mean that we saw this one. Okay, the clouds are moving. They're moving this way now. It's just really gloomy over here. I don't know if the waves will come this way, even though you see them moving in through this side. They could just move in, but I don't know. It looks like the mist got taller. A few minutes ago, it was like down just kind of at the line of this blue, and now it's just getting a little taller where my mouse is dragging. I don't know if y'all see that, but it's slowly gonna probably come this way. So we just gotta wait. We just gotta wait and see. Stick around. So just check Japan. Tsunami. Let's check it. Okay. It's alright. It's nothing too crazy. Let's go back a bit. And the clouds are like right here. They're starting to fill up here. Let's check it now. It's gotten shorter. So it was just filled up a little bit ago. If we go to live, okay, it's just sitting there. They could bring in bigger waves. I'm already starting to see some weird stuff just on this little line, but we could be fine. Japan waves, they said right now, are just normal waves, but the bigger ones will come. Let's go back though, see what they're talking about now.
Very interesting to watch all of the elements come together right now, and it's unfolding before our eyes.
This water's getting a little, it's getting a little more like ripply. It's getting a little more ripply than it was just a few minutes ago. Let me see. Let's go back. Just like a 2 minutes. Yeah, see, look how calm the waters are. If we go now, it looks a little more ripply. Just saying, it could come in.
Is becoming more strong.
Exactly, I just said it too.
A little bit more unpredictable.
Yeah.
And that's why, like this gentleman or wahine that's in the water
Whoever's
right
in
now.
there.
It's just too early to say if the waves are coming our way, and they're going to be coming in waves. We're talking about not just one big wave. We're going to have wave after wave and surges.
They were saying some Fortnite event stuff earlier.
Historically speaking, because Hanalei is a place that we do have been impacted by tsunami waves. We've seen that along the
Let's hope
north
everyone's
and,
safe.
shores
That's the
of
most important
western
thing.
end of the state,
Make sure everyone's
and,
safe, bro.
along the
But
north
like,
shores of Maui County,
dang,
and then
these
along
waters are
Hilo,
getting weird.
there historically have
What?
seen big significant
What is this ripple?
tsunamis that have impacted them.
Okay, it's
So
calmer
it
out
does
here.
take time for all of this to build in, and like we're talking about, it's going to be
Yeah.
a waiting game right now, and we'll have to
Well,
be
let's.
patient.
Oh,
and
ABC 10 has just got live. When did this just start? Oh, 4 hours ago. A while ago, they were making it sound like an out. Let's go, guys! Countdown for the event. Woo! Like, what music are they putting, bro? That is not the right music.
Incoming waves. Those are waves that are flowing over the reef and
Okay.
heading out. And then just in the foreground, ahead of the water that is moving from left to right on your screen, we can see more rocks that are being exposed right now.
Okay.
You do see that.
Oh yeah,
a little bit
you're right.
If we would have had a side-by-side picture of
That
the
was
video,
right.
we
They
could
are
say
right
an
about
hour
that.
Before this, definitely looked very,
That could,
common,
could be the
just
big waves.
ripples of the waves coming into the shore, but now
Yeah.
you can definitely see
I can see the
changes
reef and the
in
rocks.
water.
Yeah, especially since I'm not familiar with
Ooh.
Honolulu Bay, but if this were more of a
What's up,
daytime
Nico?
shot, usually what we see when we take this camera for our weathercasts, you know,
Those
it's
rocks are
pictures,
showing that
it's beach.
we
But
can get
then
some
now
big
I'm
boy waves
wondering
any minute
if
now,
that's
any
not
few
on the
minutes,
beach.
10
Is
minutes.
that sand? That may be
It almost,
exposed there.
it does look like sand,
Actually,
kind
just
of.
look where the palm trees are. You can see where the palm trees are.
Yeah.
Sand is starting to get exposed there.
That is
You can
true.
very clearly see the sand
Yo.
and the rocks. Of course, this is the big sign that the wave is growing.
It's growing.
It's growing.
It's
as
getting all of
approaching
that
the
energy from the
shoreline.
beginning, from the
I'm trying
shoreline,
find where
to
that
bring a bigger
was
wave.
for-
Because that's what it always does. The shoreline,
paddleboarding,
if you guys know, been to beach before, the water always comes up,
That's really hard to
goes
see. It's
back
getting
at a certain
darker
point, and then just
by the
keeps on
minute
coming
right
back
now,
because
and,
it's a
the
ripple.
water is a place
If the
not to
ripple
be,
is
of
getting
course.
smaller
See
towards the end,
how
so since
unpredictable
you see
the water
here, the shoreline right now looks to be about like right here. There's no water really coming over here. All the rocks are being seen. The dirt originally was here. You see this white line? That originally was where the water was, but now it's backing up. It's backing up to like about here. A lot of the sand just got exposed. A lot of the rocks, meaning there's going to be a bigger wave coming in. Because, bro, I got to see. Dude, this is going to be a crazy wave because, I mean, it's better than all the ones we've already seen. The best ones we've seen happen like right around here. See? Look at all this water moving. All of that. It was literally just fine. And then it's slowly backing up. See that? Look at that shoreline. It is backed up all the way here. Mind you, there's no water moving. Let's hear what she's saying.
This event is happening to get more data, saying that it's going to be
Connect to the
several hours
buoys, bro.
before
Come on.
The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center may be able to lower the warning to an advisory.
Yeah, that's right. California might just be an advisory. My dad just did tell me that.
When possibly that warning is canceled altogether. But yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but it seems like the
Bro,
water
what are
might
the...
be
Bro,
rushing
look at these
in
goblins
very
commenting, bro.
slowly. You can see
I love Asians. I love Goonie. I love... What are they... Bro, if it ain't showing, it ain't going. Okay.
see those ripples right in the center of your screen.
Yeah.
You still have a little bit of
Look at
daylight
those.
over near Honolulu Bay compared to
Oof.
it seems like some water might be rushing in. But
I
still,
think he
it's
did.
exposed out there.
I think he did.
All of this happening more than 40 minutes after the estimated arrival of the first waves in Honolulu Bay at 7:10. So these changes right now unfolding as we speak, and we're keeping a close eye on it. Any other observations there, Jen?
It's just really interesting
Oh,
to think about
okay.
how much energy has moved
Slowly
across the ocean.
moving up.
With the tsunami wave, the
Like they said, it can be pretty
initial surge of
unpredictable.
energy moving at 500 miles per hour
Damn.
across the ocean, and the wave direction really will tell a big story of what.
Why you get 5 big
like we were
booms?
talking about, it's
Yeah, no, Joe Rogan just died.
open
That's why it's
waters,
doing
cuts
this.
across
That's why everyone's like,
multiple
no, rip
islands,
Joe Rogan.
atolls as well before it arrives here. So that's
Should we
going to
go?
impact
Should we check
those
out
ini-
Japan? Let's check out Japan. What the fuck just happened? Why did it get so dark? Oh, it's because all that gloom's coming in. Dang.
Yeah, and from our reporter out on the North Shore,
I wanna see
also
more of
reporting,
Japan, though.
earlier that the water was receding and now
Japan
saying that the,
and
is, returning and coming
water.
back. So we're
Or
also
Japan
seeing these changes as well,
tsunami.
on our shore.
Let's take a look. See. Better live cam. Okay. So the shoreline, I could tell, was probably already right here by this road. See how there's a road right here, people driving. There's right around here where this black line is. These rocks, once these rocks stop getting covered, like all of this, once these start being exposed a lot more, Japan got... Yeah, it's about to. But you should, if the waves are going to be bigger, then we should see all of these rocks and all the shoreline start to expose more. Cause yeah, it's going to be crazy. The waves will be big. Big fucking waves, dude. Let's look at the 2011 Japan tsunami, just so you guys know how bad one of them were. Look at this.
On this day in 2011, a 9.1 magnitude earthquake struck the coast of Japan. It was the biggest earthquake ever recorded in history. It killed more than 250 people and triggered the Fukushima nuclear disaster.
Mind you, 1 foot of water above the ground on the street can take a car away. It can take a car away. So they're no joke. 100% they're no joke. But yeah, this shoreline should shrink and we'll get bigger waves. Whoa, go back. Look at this. The water was right here earlier. Now it's gotten down here. We'll see. We will see. Let's go back.
It's going to get dark, and once that happens,
whoa.
The waves will start.
What?
Like Waikiki, a little bit better lit.
Yo, let's go back. Hold up. Look at mine, bro. The water was right here.
Interesting to think about.
And then let's go up. Hold on, wait. No, why is it doing that? It's back here, bro. What the fuck? Yo.
The difference between waves, the time difference between waves, can be 20 to 30 minutes. And so what we saw just a moment ago with the water coming out and receding out of Honolulu, and then coming back in.
That is crazy.
If we do
that is
another
crazy
episode of receding water while there's still daylight to play with, we might be able to see that maybe in about 10, 15 minutes or thereabouts.
10, 15
how many
minutes.
waves do you expect in an event like this?
Hard to say. Very hard
Ooh,
to say because, again, it depends on how the earthquake basically acted, what kind of earthquake it was.
Bro, y'all want to see what happened with the earthquake?
You know, if there was a lot of shaking, then maybe there's a lot more waves. It was just one.
Look at this. Right here. This girl got swept away.
It gone?
No. It's just gonna get. It's gonna get bigger.
Why is it gonna get bigger?
Bro, this happened in Russia. She was getting plapped. Shaking. Look at all this.
Jordan.
Crazy. Huh?
Jordan. Are we cooked?
No, we're chilling. Yeah, you see the water line receding? Bro, you could see the dirt. Look at all of this. The shoreline used to be right here. And now it's pushed back all the way over here. It's coming, yeah.
The boaters who weren't able to leave in time.
Yeah, that's why we're talking about the boats having to leave when they can, and the Coast Guard saying evacuate.
Yeah, that's the one I'm on. I'm on Hanale.
Bro, I was gone for like
look how gloomy it is.
Misty. And my video doubled in views.
It's not surface wave. It's just
what's it at now?
It's at like 3K, almost 4K.
Nice.
Oh wait,
yeah.
No, just 3K.
Again, it gets in the shallow water. It's going to go not only higher, but it's also going to get wider, and so you're going to.
It's going to get wider waves too.
Strong currents.
Damn.
They're going to impact. They're going to swirl around. They're going to do strange things that, as they interact with the reef.
It's about to be crazy.
I mean, just so that you could illustrate it more, Jen. I mean, if you could talk about the power of these waves.
How do I join the call?
As well. I mean, it's not the height of it. But
oh, hold on.
He may be saying 3 feet, but it's strong enough
yo, guys.
to move a house or a car.
And we're talking about the
let me see.
motion in all of this, and it was moving at speeds of 500 to 550
I was gonna say join
miles per hour. And then once it reaches more shallow water,
Join
it does
Toad's
slow
Hangout.
down to speeds about
Join
30
the
miles per hour,
chat.
but it's that
It's called chat.
forward momentum that gets it going.
Why?
And like Ben was talking
Nico
about,
wants to join.
spreading exponentially
But why?
and widening as it does. And that's why this is
why?
wraparound energy. It's not like one side of the
Isaac's
island is
asleep.
protected and the other side is not. This is going to
But why?
be a whole statewide
I don't know.
event.
Don't ask
as
me.
it
Ask
wraps
Fortnite.
around, and then
But
as
why?
it interacts
I don't know.
with
Ask
our
Fortnite.
topography,
Not
with
me.
our
But why?
outreach, with
I don't know.
our
I'm
reach,
playing. All right,
then
join.
we will see what kind of wave that
Alright.
it's going to be facing into the next couple of hours. So very interesting to see the
But why?
dynamics
Okay,
of all of
alright.
this come together. A lot of
Shit.
numerical
Fucking
models are put together to predict the wave speed
Are you still streaming?
and
Yeah.
arrival times. And I do
Dude,
think
this
they did
water
a great
receding means
job
big,
of
wide
highlighting
waves
this
are
one
coming,
because
bro.
we have been seeing
So,
activity
okay, so
since
as
the
a-
9 o'clock hour.
So you know how when you go to the beach, right, the water always comes back to like a certain line all the time. Usually, if the water is covering more land over time, that means the waves are just going to get smaller. If the water is covering less land and it starts to shrink, the little water line starts to shrink, them waves are going to be big. So when you see the water receding to like back from where the dirt is, and you start to see rocks and everything, bro, that makes the wave big, boy.
I know.
How'd you say how and why? Liar. And that was like before then, before you started doing the but why.
But why?
But why you get muted?
I didn't even hear what you said. I just kept saying that.
You know what to do better next time.
Jordan,
But why?
No.
But why?
why is chat spamming Ethan Jump?
Ethan jumped. That's funny.
But why?
Oahu's North Shore. This, I believe, is
Dude,
the Hale
my
Eva
TV's delayed by like
area
5 seconds on your
where the water
stream.
is
That's good. 5 seconds is good.
receding there. We're trying to light
Bro,
up
mine's
this
delayed by a
area
minute,
as
bro.
best
What
as
the
we
A
can.
minute?
So, light, of course,
We've received
This chat
reports
is
that
bananas.
The water was receding in the area.
Let's
We
see
also have
how long it
clips
takes for
of
someone to say something about Joe Rogan in the very
better light
beginning.
Kind of what exactly was happening. Here's that shot right now.
These guys are just gonna keep spamming the same thing.
Just trying to keep tabs on how
It went
this
from
timeline
Latinas to
matches up with
Asians
what's happening
to
in Honolulu. This is happening in Haleiwa.
Boatload or
That's
something else.
Just look at
Oh,
activity,
wait,
what's happening
wait,
with
Goon
the
for Ryan.
here,
Jeez. Fast
looking at
Joe
what's on
Rogan.
the receding aspect.
Like
So,
what?
This back out live.
Oh, what?
Visibility is poor because of the darkness. And so
Yo.
How did he die?
vantage point we can, as possible.
I don't know. I think Joe Rogan got plopped by the tsunami. Look at the water. Damn! Yo, that water got shrunk.
Yeah, but the water has receded. It looks like a lot of like wet sand that's in
But
the
those
water.
comments are so
So
bad,
that
bro.
was water, or
Dude,
that-
I
that
know.
was sand that was
Just a
underwater. You
prank.
can see the water
Jeez.
line on that rock there. That's probably
Dude.
where the water was just a few minutes ago. And so we are seeing the water recede. You can see the Rainbow Bridge off in the distance near the top of your screen.
Yeah.
And so that gives you a little bit of basically what's going on.
That's
Okay.
a shot at North Shore right now. We also have a live Waikiki cam. Fortunately,
Waikiki, let me
there's
see.
good lighting on this cam here, so it gives us
Damn!
a sense of what we're going to be seeing over the next.
The water was here,
So,
then ended up here, and now it's here. 3 levels. Okay, it's coming back.
Yeah,
Blue light.
there's that area.
No, it's here
to
right
the
now.
bottom
It was here.
Of the pier, that's a very gentle slope. That's a very
It's kinda
you
slow.
know, gentle way to get into the ocean as far as the
Yeah.
slope. So there's nothing particularly deep. You
Stop
can
it,
go
fart
out
boy.
several feet and you'll still be like in waist high water. So the run up can go farther because it's a gentler slope. On the other side, the Fort
Yeah.
Yeah, how did my
side is
stream
a
get
little
like
steeper
delayed by
on that
20
side,
seconds now?
but,
I
you
don't
can
know.
definitely tell that there has been some water run up
I
and
think it's your fault. Look at those waves. It's weird.
it's either a run-up or the water has receded at this point. But I think, judging from where the beginning of the pier is, at least on the sand, the wet sand that you see there is a run-up. So that is.
They don't
because
understand
usually
the things I
that
say on
path
Twitter.
to the pier
Okay.
is usually pretty
That's a
dry.
mute.
So if you've got
Oh,
the
I'm
water
playing.
running up,
That's
that
a
means
mute.
you have something, and maybe more.
The Tsunami is just a bunch of Kanye Twitter.
Bro, the water might be receding, but let's not forget. Hold on, let me try and go back to when Homeboy's hairline was receding.
Bradley? That
Right
dude look like
here.
Bradley.
God damn! Oh my gosh! And then hold on, where did Homeboy come in?
Which is an extraordinarily large earthquake. That was
He came right here. No, no,
doing
no.
it safely
Not Donkey Kong.
and you're not panicking. You have time to get out of the
When was it?
inundation
When did
zone.
he talk? When did 50 opacity haircut talk right here? His haircut is 50 opacity, bro. He turned that transparency up, bro. What happened? Big yikes. It washed away. Like water, like hair, bro. Come on. It's receding. Yo.
How's it there in Japan?
During the screen share.
Mm-hmm.
My stream's delayed by so much.
Press conference coming up at 8:20. I think
No, that's your fault. No, I'm playing.
Substantial data, more readings that they're going to.
Here, I'll do OBS instead.
And that can give us an idea of what these initial waves
there you
have
go.
been doing. But we are seeing
Actually,
a
no,
lot
I'll
of
just.
run-up
This is
across
fine.
the entire island chain, and also
Yeah.
those strong
Okay.
currents.
Why is it?
The
Yeah.
best case
Great chat.
scenario out of all of this is getting those strong currents and not a whole lot of coastal flooding. So that's what we're hoping for.
Okay.
All of this initial
Damn, all that
painting
dirt.
of what's been happening with the tsunami.
Wow,
I hope
alien
that
attack.
continues on for the next couple of hours.
Luau Joe
you look
Rogan.
at there was a heart that was in the middle of this line.
I show meat.
And the water's been reaching the heart, and maybe
Road Jogan is commenting. I show meat right now.
it's not the best quality picture, and also this is probably
Right
that
here.
squall that we saw.
I show
from the
meat.
distance of the earlier
Good
Honolulu
fishing,
Bay
boys.
cam.
789.
Probably a combination of
Back
a
with
bit
the
of
I
rain, but
love.
also
Jeez.
the fact that the water is a little bit higher now than we saw a little bit earlier when there was
Okay.
still adequate daylight.
I'm gonna go
blue
check
line is moving up a
this
little
guy.
further,
What was it?
so there's that squall
10
line
or
off in the
like
distance.
tsunami.
Again,
I'm just gonna search up
just
tsunami. I wonder what stream that was. I forgot. I low key forgot the search. Go to my history. Right here. Inziquex. Inquisex. Oh my gosh. Okay, Kawaii. Or I don't know how to pronounce it. Kawi. Oh damn. The fog got up. Up. It was down here last time. Now it's up here. Okay. This is this okay. Water line right here. And then it's now down here. I mean, you can't even see anything there. That thing is like 1 frame a minute. You guys said language barrier.
From the tsunami, again, this
Oh,
could be
okay.
one wave. This could be the first of many to impact Kauai. Of course, we haven't been seeing too many impacts over at Honolulu, but this is a chart from the NOAA.
Dude, I was really... No, that's not a good thing to say. Never mind. I was going to say I was wondering and was hoping to see if anything would happen with California, but it just got brought down to a warning, which is good. It's really good.
Bruh. Bruh.
What did this guy say? Slava Severislat.
Again, we are seeing impacts in
Bro's
terms of
translating the
the
Russian
tsunami
midstream.
wave right now. And again, the message
On
here, and it's been the
on
message
Gila.
all afternoon, is
Bro,
that
what?
this is
What do
not
you
a
mean?
one-wave event. We've
Hold
seen
on.
the receding in Honolulu so far, and we've seen the water come
That's
back.
funny.
We could
I'm
continue
reading
to see
Russian right now.
receding, and now without light, it'll be harder to analyze. It'll be harder to really take a look at. But
Bullshit
we
buoy.
are seeing some of the impacts, at least from the buoy readings that we have so far.
All right, guys, we got a text message from Robert.
That buoy's
Okay,
holy
hey
God.
Apple Music, bro. This shit is so fucking ass.
Maybe you should get
Guys
Spotify.
spamming
Come on,
I love
bro.
Latinas.
I know.
4-foot amplitude at Haleiwa, so that's 1.2 meters.
I love Asians.
Why is chat spamming 6'7"?
Cause sometimes they'll be like around 6'7", so they just keep on spamming 6'7". It's stupid. I hate it.
That's quite a bit, and we did get confirmation that the water line in that earlier live shot that we got from
Why did he
Haleiwa,
sound like he's about to
that's
get the
where
water
the
line in that
was.
earlier live shot?
So there was definitely a good receding of water at the Haleiwa. That looked like Ali'i Beach. I'm pretty sure that's the shoreline right at Ali'i Beach.
No.
So the water
No,
did
it's
go
not.
down
No,
about
shut
2
up.
feet. Maybe it's not rushing back, but we are seeing the changes in tide
Earth
levels,
cam.
because of the tsunami. And again, as
What does this one look like?
Moku Beach and close to the lagoon there.
Lagoon.
Waves are coming in as normal, but you can definitely see what's a high
One
water
Jeff the
line
Shark ult
that
and
did
it's
come in a
over.
little bit earlier, and we're just awaiting possibly the next
One Joe Rogan.
episode, and then another wave coming.
One Joe Rogan ult.
It's
gone.
Right now,
Bro, I think the Tsunami versus Chuck Norris. I got all my money on Chuck Norris.
What can we say about Hawaii's underwater topography and its impact?
This boy got ads.
Well, it kind of depends on where you are. Like, for example,
Hanalei Bay.
I believe it's pretty shallow. Waimea Bay, it is
Waimea
shallower,
Bay.
and
Time is it for them? It's like the AM, and it looks like this.
Get a little bit more run up there. A good example, however,
I think they're 3
years
hours
ago,
behind.
remember, there were people looking at Makapu'u.
Really?
Not that deep. So if it was a big tsunami, we would see water.
It's like 6, 7 for them.
And then coming back in. That would be possibly in a worse.
I'm in the thick of it, bro. What is this chat spamming, bro? Oh wait, I think because KSI.
Underneath the water.
At KSI. What? He's not in here, bro.
That spells trouble, you know.
He's not in here. Let me see.
If it is a little bit more abrupt, shall we say?
Well, KSI ain't here.
Cliffs like the Nepali coastline.
Yeah, there's no KSI.
The Kaiwi
If I
coastline,
at
for
anybody,
example, you may not get that much of a run up for
yeah,
some
don't
of
work.
that energy. But basically, what we're looking at is
I'm talking
if
myself.
it is a gentle slope like Makapu'u. Shallower,
Why do you say it like that?
You know, the deeper water.
Oh my god. He added a rhythm to it instead of just like the roll.
Halma Bay could also see some higher water because of you get the reef. It's a little bit deeper there, and it hits the reef, and then it'll.
But it's too dark, bro. You better
So
turn on the
it's been almost an hour
flashlight.
since the first predicted waves arrived.
Bro, I was about to slip up.
As we take this a live look, and we are expecting an update from state officials at 8:20. And until then, I guess Ben, Drew, and Jen, what kinds of
Bend
data
over.
are you going to be listening in for with this upcoming update?
No, nothing.
Thank you, Steph. Again, what we're watching now, we're in the, like you mentioned, we're
Tsunami. If you know, you know Tsunami.
Dude, I'm going back into your stream and seeing that stutter.
Like you mentioned, we're in the
Flash.
Bro's clipping me right now. Gotta post it on TikTok and be like, you won't believe what Chonky Toad slipped up on stream.
Chonky Toad canceled 7 different swears.
Watching very closely, we're seeing the water recede.
Thick of it.
But we're watching the buoys now. The first wave
Bro, what?
may not be the biggest.
This guy just said, who wanna hop on Grow Garden, bro? Go to sleep, dog.
A lot of water receded in Hanalei.
Yeah.
Let that shit
Bro's
grow
leaving
overnight.
Tsunami for the sugar apple stock.
Bomaclat said
when
Bomaclat.
water came back in, it looked kind of gentle, but remember that's energy again.
Bomaclat.
The whole ocean energy coming in. It's not just the surface.
Eli
So
Carlos
the concern that we have
Vaniade. What does that even mean, bro?
currents and stuff, as you were talking about earlier, we're talking about the currents that can cause damage over at La Mariana Harbor. That's when we saw boats getting
Malariano.
pulled from their moorings,
Malaria.
crashing into the piers, crashing into each other, those sorts of things. And so that is still a danger, and you definitely don't want to be caught in that particular energy.
This guy looks like a dumbass. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Bunch of different currents. It's basically a stirring up of the water. And you asked earlier, Mark, about the behavior.
He's like,
underneath. If
I was supposed to go to
you're
bed.
right now, probably there's going to be water all
I don't even know where Japan is.
Currents are going to be just going in every which way. And
He's
so
like, when's
it's
the
very
last time I
dangerous
read a
to be
map when I
the
was in
water,
grade
but
school?
also on the shoreline.
I don't know.
What does this red and blue line mean? I think it means there's a tsunami coming.
He's like, shit, did I leave the stove on? Yeah, I think so.
That's good.
And like you mentioned on the Hanalei cam, when we were watching the water recede, there was very different movements in the current.
Wow, yeah, you're learning, Joey.
We could see water
Nice.
moving out, moving in. So again, strong current.
Prove to me you're my son.
Just behind me, Ben, I do want to show the.
Yes. Whatever this guy says. Let me kiss butt, and I'll say a little bit more screen time.
Typically, when you see
Typically.
water levels at buoys, you use them to track high tide and low tide. High
Yeah,
tide
no.
and low tide. Of course, we're not seeing that right
I chill in the low tide.
We have this
Take a look, see here.
in terms of the water.
It's got a little shock to it. It's nothing crazy.
Up and down very quickly. Again, this is a
Hands
snapshot
pointing,
about 10 minutes
bullshit.
ago, so we'll be seeing, an updated look at that coming up here in a little bit. We'll make sure to show you that. But I do want
Thanks,
to say
Joey.
this may be the
I don't even
first
know
wave
this guy's
of
name. Just
warming.
call him
Again,
Joey.
this
He
is
looks
how
like a
we're
Joey.
looking. This is on over in
I have a crosshair on my monitor still. What the fuck?
Well,
I was doing that to prank people.
We're still, as Steph has mentioned, in the thick of it. Your initial prediction, 7:17 p.m. We haven't
7?
seen a large wave come in yet that's really impacted.
Dude, this guy looks like Stamper.
No, he does not.
So, a lot to watch.
No, wait.
We don't know what the situation is like at Haleiwa Harbor.
Wider
All-White
Stamper.
Boat Harbor.
Stamper is a
Obviously
little
not safe
more
to go there right
tan.
now. But, you know, we're just trying to see.
Like
we'll
if you
determine a
had,
little bit
if
later
Bradley
how
and
many
Stamper
people
had a
took
baby.
their vessels to the open water.
Yeah.
Earlier
Jeez.
We did talk to one of the boaters. His boat was
Let's check Japan. See if there's anything going on.
Bombed.
Oh.
Oh,
What
happened?
happened to the shoreline? Bro, where'd it go? Shit disappeared like Homeboy's hairline, bro. Damn.
That would be the best way to kind of describe what's going on. And then in areas like the bays and some of the harbors, you're going to get that pull of the water, and you're going to get that push of the water once again. And that's what we've been also seeing in Hanalei Bay.
Yeah, and here's another
Generations cooked, bro. This is tsunami warning.
What time is
Chat
it in
them
Hawaii?
Joe Rogan.
I know. It's PM for them. That's right. They are behind. I thought it was AM for some reason. I'm like, what? No,
Yeah,
they're like
they're
nearby.
like 3 hours behind.
Yeah. Forgot.
We should get Sai. He'll commentate.
Sai. That would be funny. I don't even know where he's at. I think he's still in Texas. I don't know.
Yeah, he's still there.
Ah.
The message is, it's not just one wave, and we're going to continue watching.
No shit.
Just so you know,
No shit. It's not just one wave.
That we use when we
Doc?
have, for example, king tides, because the blue line
Yeah.
is
It's a
the
ripple.
normal
Like,
water
we know
level.
that.
According to
The
his
red line
lines,
is the
a
actual
big wave is
recorded
coming.
water level. And so
You take a look here, we got some weird stuff here. I don't even know what it means. Doom.
almost tells me 1, 2, 3.
Oh, no. The chat's gonna say tung sahur. I guarantee it. Watch. 5, 4,
Again,
3,
this is just a snapshot.
2,
Later data may
1.
come in, and then
Okay, someone said
days,
dun. Oh, no, there we go. Tung sahur. I caught it. I caught it. Right here.
So the wave, the tsunami wave,
Tung.
the actual sea level is right
I love doo-doo. Jeez. Nothing burger.
of concern.
Ha.
That's it for Ben and
You
I
stupid
on the
burger.
weather desk. Let's send it back to Mark and Steph.
Mark and Steph, mac and
And
cheese.
Drew, thank you very much. Very useful, very critical information as we are tracking this.
Bro, earlier they were asking in the comments or in the chat, they were like, OF question mark, bro. I was like, bro, me and I were like, bro, it's crazy. You look pregnant. What is that even? What?
That's right, and we just got word that
Boo Boto Munchies.
Tsunami Warning Center officials in just a bit. But before then, we want to turn things over now to our reporter Dylan and Cheta, who is
Bill?
live on Maui for us. Dylan.
Oh, good bboy. Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry.
Aloha, thank you so much. I am located at the
Dylan's back.
Community Center.
Let's
This
see
is
the
one
comments.
of a number of gyms that
They're
have
all
taken
spamming
here on
KSI
Maui.
lyrics.
And I can tell you that the atmosphere
Beware
is
the
pretty
cloud.
relaxed. People are kind of just waiting to hear what is going
Ow,
on.
I just stabbed my foot.
Kupuna members here at this shelter. I would say there's about 50 to 60 or so people between the inside and the outside.
You think this guy's a Zest Fest off camera?
Other people chose other shelters.
Oh,
to go to,
obviously,
but
bro.
here at the Wailuku Community Center,
what I'm thinking.
People are kind of
His
just
house
hanging
gets
out and
He's
consumed
probably
by the
like,
tsunami.
you guys want to go get coffee later?
You know, there is also
I've been waiting all day.
Red Cross officials are here, but they don't have.
You know he wears pink thongs at home.
So if you are going,
Pink cardigan.
if you are at one of
This
the
is
shelters,
not who you are.
have brought your own, they did allow pets at the shelters
Like,
here.
oh my gosh,
and so,
wait back.
I was here
You could bring
earlier
your mutt.
when,
No, I'm playing. I have my dog. Zoe's sleeping, I think.
Went off. There's one just outside this building here, and that was quite loud, quite noticeable.
Yeah.
And I spoke to some people earlier in the day as I just got to this shelter. I've been here for a couple hours now.
Someone's just.
Aloha from the Wailuku
Ooh,
Community Center.
pre-recorded.
This is one of several spots that have opened as official shelters here in Maui County. I'm joined by Kathleen, Joseph, Mary, and Maria. They are here riding out this impending tsunami. First off, how are you folks feeling today?
Scared. This
Brush them teeth.
with all that.
God damn!
Just kind of feel really.
Yikes!
Really.
Teeth separated like.
More like it's bound to happen.
Aligned.
I'm hoping it doesn't. Praying a lot for.
I can't even look, bro. She looked like a blobfish, bro. No. You know what she looked like? Bro. She looked like this.
Which I do. So.
I want to ask, as Maui residents, were you folks prepared for this?
Chill, Bill.
Are you just kind of winging it?
He hasn't even.
We're just kind of winging it
Chill.
because this is not something we're used
Chill, Bill.
to. And there are only so many roads on Maui. So,
He needs to
for
hit
example, for me to call
3 more
Joe
tsunamis
and let him
before
know we just got this warning, so you need to leave Key now because there's only 2 roads in and out. And he felt he had more time, but it's like we're winging it. It's not something.
Winging it. What does that even mean? You're just winging it. Their mic sucks.
Maria, you just came from inside the shelter. How many people are in there right now? And kind of set the scene for us.
There's probably about 50 of them.
Damn.
Yeah. Yes. I was like, let's go because I was afraid that we're not gonna have space. Yeah, but it's pretty good. It has AC and.
Oh yeah, AC.
Bathroom here.
Don't touch the damn thermostat.
I'm kind of like.
How do you have that still? How do you have that? You have nitro just there? Oh, damn. Look at these waves. They said these were normal, but I don't know. These kind of looking kind of crazy. I'm going on vacation to Japan, specifically Chiba this week. Help the seal? What seal? There's no seal. Oh, damn. Okay, I forgot to mute your soundboard. There we go. I don't understand how the Chill Bill one worked, though. Oh, no, it works. Yeah, it works. Dang. These waves are coming in, though. Let's go check on the other one. You still talking? Bro, munching!
I want to ask you, you mentioned you have the trailer.
Hey, might as well.
What was it like for you to evacuate?
Prepared with everything in the trailer right now that my personal belongings are my clothes, my icebox.
Oh, can't forget the icebox, bro. Just can't forget it.
3 weeks ago. It's gonna take a loss because it's in the garage back home.
No, you're chilling.
And that's about it. Other than that, beddings, everything, the whole trailer, and my brothers and my family, my sisters and my brothers are happy that I invested in this. And
wow.
It's the biggest place to park it right now is at Popohaku. And yeah, prepared with everything in the trailer.
Absolutely.
We are so grateful and glad for all the early warning, all the sirens that go off that let us know. So we are definitely prepared in that way, and that they're keeping us informed and aware.
What's going on here? That is some short water. Okay.
Thank you all so much for sharing your thoughts on this. The nerves are unsettled, so to speak, but the people of Maui often look out for each other and take care of each other. And we are here once again at the Wailuku Community Center, which is one of the shelters here tonight.
Slow motion.
And now I understand we have a press conference with Haima. Let's go ahead and send things back to the studio.
So much, Dylan and Cheto, for reporting for us live on Maui. But unfortunately, we are still trying to get that live shot up right now. We're having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we're trying to pull up a signal right now. This would be a live news conference, an update from Haima, Governor Josh.
They're like, God damn it, Verizon, you messed up our 5G. Now we can't connect to my buoy.
Still rolling on the news conference. Although we may not be taking it live right now, we will be bringing it to you in its entirety when we do get that up and running. In the meantime, let's give you a shot from our live cam overlooking Waikiki right now. One of the only shots as we're scrolling through our Rolodex of live cams
that are visible.
Still has lighting.
Yeah.
And can give us some real-time context on what is happening with this tsunami event right now. Something that is happening during this time. We'll take a very close look at what is happening with the water line and the activity there and how it's going back and forth.
And we want to go live now to our chief meteorologist, Jennifer Robbins, who has the latest
Jennifer!
readings that just came in. Jen, what can you tell us?
Let's see.
We are looking at the initial readings, so this is probably something that they're going to go over in the press conference.
3 feet in amplitude, 4 feet in amplitude.
Per 12 minutes. Honolulu was 3 feet in amplitude per 20 minutes. Midway, as we got that initial reading, 3 feet with lots of force behind it. I just want to take a closer look at what this means,
strong waves.
data actually means. So when we're talking about amplitude, it's measured relative to normal sea level. So it is not crest to trough wave. And that's what we're seeing with these initial readings here.
Okay.
And the period of time is in minutes for one wave to the next. So that's what we're seeing. So we're certainly seeing lots of energy move around the islands, and that's why we are under a tsunami warning. Now, for
rock and sand, that gave us pause. That doesn't happen for no reason. When the water pulls back like that means there's activity in the ocean. So again, keep our fingers crossed that we don't suffer a big tsunami.
Oh, the ASL phone
people
have been
very thoughtful.
Why are her arms like lengthy, bro? Oh my God!
Like the governor said, there is energy in the ocean. There were small measurements of smaller waves. And they want to see, the scientists are telling us, we want to see a few of them to know that we're in the clear. So the window is still 2 to 3 hours that we're watching this energy.
How are the alien, bro, in real life?
So the counties have opened shelters and places of refuge. If the citizens need it, they can use that. We're postured to support those shelters with wraparound services if needed. There's also Red Cross that's standing by. There's
She's threw up a C. Oh!
Of Aloha in the state. Family Promise of Hawaii. They're reaching and leaning forward to say that they can help folks. If the public needs assistance, we'll post their phone number and email that if people are impacted and need assistance, they can reach out. So there's a lot of entities, a lot of community involvement.
TV translator slaying.
How the state is reacting.
Epic fail.
A very serious
okay, all right. I just saw one of those.
And
I don't know if y'all know the exact one I just saw, but.
Mahalo, Administrator Barros. Finally, I'd like to bring up Captain Nick Worst, Commander.
The worst. He's the worst. Fuck him. No, I'm playing.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Governor.
Oh, he is a Nick.
Captain Nick
Oof.
Worst, Sector Honolulu. Our top
That's a
priorities
Nick
for the Coast
cut
Guard
too.
right now are the safety of life, the safety of our ports, and then any environmental impacts to the state. In anticipation of that, we have closed all commercial harbors and have ordered evacuation of those harbors to mitigate risk. In addition, have Coast Guard assets deployed. That's small boats, ships, and planes and aircraft pre-deployed. So post-impact, we are ready to respond.
They got glider redeploy. They're good.
Search and rescue cases to be able to assess the ports to make sure they're safe to be reopened for commerce. And then
Poopy,
also
hello?
environmental
What's
impacts,
up?
we can respond to that. So we are working in unison
Hi.
with the state. And
Hi.
thank you very much for your
Hi.
time.
Purple face crying,
This time,
purple
we're
face
gonna
crying, purple
facilitate
face
questions
crying,
from the
purple
media,
face
and we'll
crying.
start with
Thank
Andrew,
you.
Honolulu Star Advertiser.
Can you let us know who gives input, most important input on determining an all clear if warranted?
So the question is, who gives the most important input on determining an all clear?
She's going crazy, bro.
We're going to turn to Dr. Chip at the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. They're on the calls with the governor. They're advising the leadership, and they'll give us an indication of what they believe. And
Hairline,
then, it'll be an
hairline,
executive
Donkey
order
Kong cut,
from here.
Chizo. All right, bye-bye.
Okay, next I'm going to go to Le'ui, KITV4.
Do you know what is closely being looked at to monitor and give a better indicator of the surge cycle in this scenario?
So the question is around what are the indicators for closely monitoring the surge cycle?
Well, there's multiple readings of the waves all across the Pacific and then all across the islands. So there's a printout that we see dozens of those measurements, and they've ranged from 0.23 meters, in some cases to over a meter. So we have had a couple waves of that size. The largest wave we believe we saw was in Haleiwa, over a meter, well over a meter. And then, of course, the pause that we had was also watching the shoreline recede, where we saw
we did see that
back 20 or 30 feet. That seemed like an anticipated large wave. So that's what we've all seen historically. We're really hoping that we are out of harm's way. Again, we don't want anyone to let their guard down. We want it to go another couple hours. As the waves cycle smaller and smaller, that's how we know that we're ending this concern.
Mahalo, Governor. Up next, Ashley, Hawaii Public Radio.
Sugar apple in stock. Bro, people are busy talking about Grow Garden. Translator dissing her ops on my soul.
Comes or is finalized and communicated, what does that mean with regards to water?
I think that means that we reach functional zero risk because we're able to continue to monitor waves all throughout the Pacific, including the multiple different locations that we described earlier. But most importantly, as the waves
she just threw up EB.
When they're hitting our own shorelines, which can cause more wave activity, then we know it's over.
Gosh.
So we'll be hopeful. Also,
the first wave,
down, which is,
it was alright.
We did observe
They said the highest one they got was about a meter,
side of the Pacific.
like
Japan,
3 feet.
There were 3-meter waves, and we saw some of them cascade over, over their shoreline. So that's a big concern. But again, so far so good. We had a couple fender benders on the highway, which we're always, watching and we're careful about. A couple people went home from work a little early today, but that's all an excellent outcome if we don't end up having, a serious tsunami like we did.
I'm trying to read these comments. I'm ready for my. I'm ready. Have my floaties.
Okay, so
Corbin eats both. She's throwing gang signs. The interpreter is fire.
The water receded, came back in.
She's making a lot of money right now.
Go up on the Haleiwa parking lot.
Look at her hands are just aching to go at it.
So the question is confirmation on the waves not coming and making their way inland yet, and then what can we anticipate next?
Yeah, so as our conversations with the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, yes, and they would prefer to see multitude of these smaller waves as that.
Marcus Campos is going to save us.
Recede a little bit, 3 feet, and not generate that.
Don't worry, guys.
wave.
Joe Hendry will help us.
As we watch throughout the evening, monitoring different buoys across, monitoring cameras, we're watching those waves. So
Elder, Strawberry, and Stark. Like, bro.
Best case is we get
why
some
are we
of those
worrying about Grow
smaller
Garden?
waves
It's not even a fun game.
Inundate and flood.
Interpreter threatened all hops on the high tide.
Well, look, thank you
that's
everyone for your
funny.
patience. We, like I said, are going to get another update from the scientific community around 9.
How many ops y'all
and
think
then,
she already
we'll
smoked, bro?
communicate with you. We'll
Gotta
reach out
be at
through
least
social
2.
media and text shortly thereafter. in case there's
At
any
least
update.
2.
And then, hopefully, fingers crossed, the gentleman will be able to come up and hopefully give us the all clear in 2 or 3 hours, perhaps by 11 tonight. But we want to still be cautious. There's just no reason to take any risks. So again,
Damn,
thank you,
11
everyone.
for them?
Thank you
So
for
that's
being,
like
mindful of the large risk. If large waves
1
did
for us,
come over
probably.
the shore, we know there would be harm and loss of life. So we just don't want to lose any of our people. Aloha.
Aloha.
All right, you've been listening to a news conference with Governor Josh Green and emergency officials. Not an all clear given just yet, but we can say this, as opposed to about an hour and a half ago, certainly you can detect an air of optimism in the remarks, talking about the discussion of an all clear as we are tracking activity with this tsunami warning event.
That's right, just as you all at home have been watching with us and seeing the changes in our live shots at Hanalei, Kaanapali, Waikiki, and Haleiwa, just as Governor Green said, everybody witnessed those changes. There was activity in the water, and on the positive side, they noticed that it was on the smaller side. However,
Good.
as you mentioned, Mark, and as just officials stress, it does not mean that we are
John
in
Pork
the
just
clear
said chicken
yet. Of
jockey.
course, we're waiting for another series of waves and data to come in.
Yeah,
So we're still
in
waiting
the
for
window
more.
Right now, forecasters are continuing to keep a close eye on the movement. Something that
30
was
minutes
said
ago was supposed to be
repeatedly in this
California,
news.
but it's like I don't even see that going on. They still got this Fortnite music event playing, bro. I
There's a
don't.
ton of energy out there.
West Coast.
Breaking news, tsunami waves are heading to the West Coast tonight. It's all because of an 8.8 magnitude earthquake off the coast. I'm Chris Thomas.
And I'm Laura Painter. We are
That's
getting
Michael B.
new
Jordan,
information just into our newsroom tonight out of Hawaii. We want to show you a live look over Waikiki Beach. You can see the streets there and the palm trees looking quite calm. The coast.
Water is calm.
Monitoring the news and taking.
Jeez.
You can see the water levels are jumping up very abnormal. Waves for the next 30 hours.
Okay, right here.
Up to 5-foot waves for the next 30 hours in the
Damn.
Crescent City area. Humboldt County up to 2-foot waves. We'll move a little further south. Bay Area looking at waves up to about a foot.
Okay.
Localized waves maybe a little higher
Not
than
bad.
that. And then Southern California also going to be looking at 1 to 2 foot waves. Tsunami
Okay.
arrival times: Fort Bragg and Crescent City both at about 11:50 tonight. Monterey 12:15.
Okay.
San Francisco about 12:45 or so tonight, and then after 1 o'clock in the morning, 4 locations in Southern California.
Damn,
Again,
Crescent City gonna have it,
be
bro.
The area of highest concern with waves.
Damn, I gotta
about
take a look
5
at
feet.
that.
Fort Bragg about 1.5 feet.
Because it's at
tonight,
what time?
and
11:50. So if Crescent City goes down in like 17 minutes, bro, I gotta definitely check that out. Let me see if there's at least a cam I can get to from
The
here.
amplitude, tsunami
So I'm gonna
amplitude is
search up right
measured
here.
relative to the
Crescent.
normal sea level. So it's not crest.
I already
trough wave
forgot the
heights
name
that
of it.
we're giving here.
What is it?
And per
Crescent
period,
Crescent
we're
City.
talking about the time and minutes
Tsunami.
from one
I think it was
wave
Crescent
to the
City.
next.
Crescent City tsunami. Okay, I think this might actually watch. I think
Minutes. That is from one wave to the next there, and then Honolulu.
Why I gotta be
5
stuttering, bro?
amplitude per 20 minutes. That's
God
one
damn.
wave to the next as well.
Bro.
So we are expecting a tsunami is a series of long ocean waves. As you know, each individual wave can last 5 to 15 minutes or more, and then essentially could lead to flooding. But we have been in pretty good shape so far, but it is quite unpredictable with the strong currents.
Bill
So
has
we're
it.
not out of the woods yet. We're not in the clear yet. And it
Okay.
looks like as we pass the amplitude here, reaching its peak, we'll be on a downward trend when it comes to those wave
6
heights,
feet,
which is great news for us.
8 p.m.
But unpredictable
on
still
Honolulu.
with those strong currents,
I don't think
rip
so.
currents that we've been seeing. On top of all of this energy, we do have a south swell, also east-facing.
I think
shoals,
they'll show
some
Crescent
swell
City
energy
because they
there.
showed Japan,
Wraparound energy for all of the islands,
right?
And then on top
Or they
of all
showed
of that,
Maui,
it's
one of those.
coinciding with that high tide. So in the past, the most effective areas, Hilo got hit really hard in 1946,
We did see that already.
2011, known as the hot spot of tsunamis due to the bay's shape. And also what plays a big role in all of this is there of the
Kona
epicenter.
ice.
Kona suffered damage in
They got 'em, Kona ice.
2011, and then we did see
Kauai and
plenty of
Oahu.
energy in past years with run-up depending on the wave direction all the way on those north shores of all of the islands over the western end of the state. So
All right, countdown to the Fortnite event. I think the visitor's gonna come or something, bro. Like they do not. Crescent City 11:50.
huge surges of energy to travel across the ocean.
I want to see that Crescent
And
City,
origin in
bro.
the past
Does
has
anyone
been
have that?
Chile, Japan,
Crescent
and Russia. And the
City
history has showed us the magnitude and depth between these do play
tsunami.
a big role, but
I'm trying to see that, bro. Where's that at? Where we get that?
Breaking news at 5:30, a tsunami watch now along the West Coast. We bring in First Alert Chief Meteorologist Nick Marianos to break this down. Nick, what are we seeing? And I'm assuming this is rare, right?
Yeah, well, right now we're getting reports of a powerful earthquake way on the other side of the Pacific, right? So right now we're looking to see if there's a
This was a
tsunami that
while
was
ago.
triggered, and then subsequent warnings will follow. So the Tsunami Warning Center
Crescent
is
City.
watching this very.
But 1 foot can pick up cars, 2 feet can move SUVs, and heavy trucks. And the power of water is substantial when it comes to this tsunami energy. We'll take a deeper look at all of these elements coming together in a little bit. But first, back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much, Jen, for that important information as we
Where's this at?
continue to await the information
Waikiki?
just released from Pacific Tsunami Warning Center officials there. But as we take a live look now at this Waikiki camera live view, you can see
Tsunami!
Governor Green mentioned another positive thing that came out of this event is that everybody heeded the warnings.
Yes.
Coastlines are clear. He said just minus a couple of fender benders out on the roadways. Everybody showed that aloha spirit. They listened to officials, and you can see right now, nobody on the beach, minus that one foiler or stand-up paddleboarder out in Hanalei Bay that we spotted earlier tonight. But he says, let's continue to kokua. Let's
First
continue
waves.
to stay in this together and have this positive outcome, because this is not over yet.
No, precisely. We're still in the window right now. We're staying on this cam because it is our only visible cam. But yeah, you think about kind of how this afternoon.
Okay, this is on time.
Right,
8:37. We're good.
That has happened. So you had the initial quake at 1:30. The severity was upgraded to an 8.8, and then the warning
This is on
came
time.
down about 3 o'clock this afternoon, around 2:45 or so. So in that time, up until you hit 7:15, that was enough time for action to be taken in terms of.
See, the shoreline got smaller. Yo, what up?
Clearing up the
It was
roadways.
originally
Yes,
here.
we saw the traffic, but
I don't know.
in
I think
the
he's just
hours
chilling
since,
watching it.
that has dissipated. That coincided with rush hour traffic, and then just the response county by county.
So, bro, Crescent City is going to have a potential of 5-foot waves tonight at literally like in 12 minutes. We're going to get probably see at Crescent City. I think this one, I don't know where Crescent City is.
Heard in the governor's most recent remarks about 10 minutes ago.
It's in California.
Yes, we are
Okay.
still in the
That's what I was
window,
thinking.
but,
There's going to be a
all clear
5-foot
mentioned
5-foot
several
waves.
times in those remarks. All clear has not
Yeah, I'm
been
still
given
streaming.
yet, but just based off of the initial readings that have come in so far, there seems to be some positive developments on what we have seen from the initial surge. And going back to, you think back to the different models that we have seen from just buoy measurings, and you see that first
Missile
spike that you
alert
have,
is
the very
crazy.
dramatic spike within the first couple of waves, and after that you have some smaller
That's the
spikes.
tsunami
let's
in my
just
shit.
hope from what we have
Yeah,
seen so
Honolulu
far,
Harbor.
it remains to just be current surges.
Did anything sink?
Nothing in the way
Crazy.
of
No, not yet.
coastal flooding. Knock on
Not
wood.
yet.
Look now at Honolulu Harbor.
Oh,
That'd be
my
fucking
bad.
crazy if
Tower,
Russia actually did
shining
a
brightly
nuke or
there,
some
and you
shit.
can
Nah.
see clearly that all of the boats have left. The fishing boats,
Okay,
Coast
good.
Guard cutter has left as well. As soon as that tsunami warning siren went off, and we won't be hearing any more sirens after the 7:10 initial arrival of those waves, but we are still heavily monitoring any changes that we will be seeing on our coastlines. We also want to give an update that Kole Pass is officially closed. Of course, military
Dang.
officials jumped in and worked with the State Department of Transportation to
Trying to
open
see this
up
Crescent City, bro.
one
This thing is about to be
key
crazy.
passageway
5-foot waves
to
at
allow West
11:50?
Oahu residents
Dog.
near the
Hold on, I gotta go tell
coastlines
my dad
to
this.
evacuate readily. So they closed Kole Pass at approximately 8:15 tonight due to low visibility, they say, but they did report that an estimated 410 residents were able to utilize that key passageway thanks to the military for making that available to them.
Yeah, it's precisely what it's intended. Again, that's what it's there for, right? To come to the aid of Leeward Oahu residents during these types of situations. And so far, as we give you a look from our Hilo cam, we have seen how these images have developed over the course of the last couple of hours or so, and how daylight has dissipated. No major activity in terms of coastal flooding. We saw the water receding when we were looking at that Hanalei Bay cam. Hanalei Bay, the water receding from the shots we were getting at Haleiwa Harbor. We are getting some reports of water kind of moving in at Maunalua Bay out in East Honolulu. We are told the parking lot is filled with water out at Coconut
Wow.
Island.
Oh, look at it. I see that.
as you
This
can
is
see
a
from
parking
yeah,
lot.
It's on the bottom left of your screen.
I see that.
Yep. Jamaica.
Damn.
You see it too, right there.
I see it. Yeah, if you look closely, and
wow.
we wanna thank our producer for showing us. It's really hard to make out because of course it is nighttime and all of these changes are taking place. But yes, the bottom right corner.
They're moving the
there,
cam.
you can
That's
see
cool.
The parking
Actually,
lot.
bottom left.
Bottom left. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah, the other left.
It is completely flooded. Ben and Drew, you could speak about this, and of course Jen also mentioned high tides playing a role.
Yeah, high tides do play a role, but remember earlier, this is several hours ago, and I mentioned about how this is a place where the currents go in and out by that bridge. Now, usually that parking lot, you can see 4 stalls just to the right under the street light over there, just above the palm tree to the bottom left. So that is usually dry land. That is very dry. You can park your car there. I've done live shots from that particular area during tropical cyclones and so forth. So yeah, apparently while we were going through the various and sundry press conferences and getting more data, one thing that has apparently happened is that the ocean, a tsunami, came and flooded the parking lot at Coconut Island, and there it is in this live shot. So that's all ocean water that came in. And I was trying to look a little bit earlier before we pointed out the fact that the parking lot is flooded. I was trying to look at the currents beneath the bridge.
That's right.
And, you know, it looks a little weird right now. It may be coming in again for, you know, we'll take a look at some of the spikes, but there is some current that's going on over there that I can kind of detect. But basically, the sign that something is going on, the parking lot in the foreground in front of the Coconut Island Bridge, it's flooded.
Yeesh.
It's basically, we've
Okay,
had
this is just so laggy right now.
you know, a significant wave height come in as well.
Yeah, and you know, as we're seeing that right now, so the parking
Look at this parking lot flooded.
We also have the video
Sheesh.
from Mauna Lua Bay.
Yeah. Oh, my.
With the water coming in. Let's see if we can play that in.
Wow.
East Oahu, Hawaii Kai. Wow.
Now
Nuts.
this is during, you know, we have construction in the area right now for a dredging project.
Crazy.
How that will be impacted, but you're just seeing how, whereas we were watching the water around the 7:15 time frame, okay, the first expected window of arrival for this tsunami, kind of the different effects that it is having. If what we are seeing is water moving in, a parking lot flooded, we will take that from what we have seen in the past, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But most importantly, so the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center officials saying before they give the all clear, yes, these are positive signs, but they are going to hope that we continue to see more of these smaller waves in the next series of waves that are set to arrive to Hawaii before giving the all clear.
And I want to take another look at some of the data from the Midway Atoll. Of course, the buoy that we've been watching all evening out there, of course, is kind of giving us a picture out of how these waves are going to be moving in. We've got open water in between the peninsula where the earthquake happened and Hawaii. So we really don't have a good idea of a good way to analyze it along the way as it's tracking towards the island chain. Ben and I are here in the Weather Center right now. We are looking at this data. This is from the Sand Island Midway Atoll buoy. You can actually take a look. This is over the last few hours. Again, we've been watching the actual waves from the tsunami moving in. Again, Ben, it's up and down, up and down. The buoy is rising very quickly, dropping very quickly. I do want to point out just again, we've even seen another shock or another large boost in the at the end there. This happened around 7:06 p.m. local time for the Midway Atoll. Again, we're still watching. That's why we haven't seen the all clear yet. We're still seeing spikes coming in on the buoys.
Yeah, a little bit earlier we showed you like these 4 spikes here, 1, 2, 3, 4. They get smaller. 2 smaller spikes, and then we've got this next spike, spike number 5, I guess I'll call it. And this one is obviously larger than the first one.
It's weird playing on a tiny little screen.
It's not necessary that the first wave was the biggest. We're not seeing that. We're already seeing some data that shows that we did did have
right here.
a much higher wave, and that could have possibly moved in. This might have been the one that flooded Coconut Island's parking lot.
And
It's so
Jennifer
loud.
Robbins, Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Robbins, mentioned that's a hot spot.
Quick little
Hilo Bay
Roblox.
is a hot spot for flooding, especially when it comes to past tsunamis. And we're getting word from our reporter, our producer, that we are seeing some flooding over in Hilo Bay. We want to take you back out there. Still seeing some.
Oh, that was a headshot.
Yes, moving into the parking lot there.
Yeah, looks like, there we go. Yeah, looks like, I'm just going to move away from the desk for a moment, but it looks like, yeah, there's water.
I can't see.
We can't really tell where the edge is, but because of darkness, but it looks like more water
that
has been starting to move
Dang!
into the parking lot there.
That is
You can
crazy.
see on the right
More
side of the
water?
screen where that little light reflection is. That might be a little bit of water movement there that's been
Damn.
happening. But that parking lot is definitely flooded.
Yeah.
Just looking to see if it's
That
getting
shit
a little
is
bit
flooded,
higher,
bro.
or if some of the water is actually leaving the parking lot or trying to drain from the parking lot at this point. But you can see most of the parking lot at Coconut Island and Hilo Bay basically got inundated by ocean. So that's a sign that we have had some tsunami waves that have been
That is
moving through.
nuts.
They're not big, but once again, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That is a good
You
thing,
know,
though.
this is one of those times where not having the worst case scenario.
This is really what it's like to play
definitely
on
something to
phone.
Celebrate, but again, we're not completely done with this event yet because, as we've been emphasizing over and over, this is not one wave. This is a series of, you know, an update. And we've also got an update now from Chip.
And they said they were unpredictable,
head
so
of
who
the
knows? They
Pacific
could
Tsunami
be
Warning Center. Let's go there now.
big boy waves just out of nowhere.
And we actually got our largest reading so far.
Jeez, he's laggy. Look at that. Their stream is glitching out. Oof.
The bottom of the wave to the top about. That's just the initial wave so far there. Some of the other
Dang, I
readings
hit him.
have come up here. Maybe I've reported these before, but about 8 feet crest to trough at Kahului.
Okay.
Again, about 8 feet crest to trough in Haleiwa. 3 feet. Actually, that grew a little bit. In Hanalei, it's also about 4 feet crest to trough in Hanalei.
Okay.
So, again, the oscillations are continuing, and they're in places where it's already hit. Maybe
that hit 'em.
on Kauai. Hopefully, they're starting to die down a bit, but
Just gotta no-scope
as I
them.
mentioned before, we want to monitor this for quite a few wave cycles to make
Oh,
sure
in
the
his
pattern
head.
is really going down and it's not going to pop back up again, which it does. This is pretty standard.
I can't even
pattern
see 'em.
that, things will go down a couple of waves and come up.
But there's water moving in that parking lot.
Just be our job right now.
Crescent City's supposed to happen in like a minute. What's going on?
Reporting the readings, and I mean, we issued another bulletin just maybe about half an hour.
Where's Crescent City? They're doing Fortnite events. Bro, where is Crescent City? It's supposed to be happening literally right now.
I suppose.
5 foot. 5 foot waves at Crescent City. Around this exact
What
time.
we're reporting here are what we see on a gauge.
That's West Coast time too.
So we can't really see what's happening all along a coastline, and gauges are usually in fairly protected places inside a harbor. So oftentimes it's not the largest reading you see on a
Can't even
gauge
see.
because, people put
My
gauges in
game.
a protected place because they want them to last a long time, versus putting them on an open coast. So we're reporting what we see on these gauges, but we don't know what's actually happening when it comes up.
No.
I mentioned once before.
I froze.
For a human, if you're standing in water even up to your knee and it's fast moving,
Why am I
water
freezing?
can easily sweep you off your feet. And
Hello?
So water has a lot of power when it's
Why am I freezing?
flowing fast.
Why was I just
When it comes
freezing?
onto the land, that's what's
Bro, I just
happening.
froze out of
So it
nowhere.
can damage structures. But
Shush.
So far, we haven't seen.
No, like my whole computer
we haven't
froze for no
seen
reason, dude.
anything too big, but still
I
a
chucked
little
that
bit
at him.
early.
Let's tell your computer to lock in, bro.
We're not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, no one's out
But
the woods
I'm
yet.
quite happy that we, at least on our gauges, we haven't seen numbers like 10 feet above normal sea level. We're seeing the biggest ones are close to 10 feet. From
Not the M40.
You spoke about kind of informing neighboring countries and nations about the
Oof,
waves
I am
coming
sucking
in.
it.
What's the latest data you're giving to them? And since it's past Hawaii, now moving further south, what are you telling neighboring nations?
Well, we actually what we do is we send them the results of our forecast model. So they can see along their coastline. Our model makes forecasts based on an approximation.
300.
For
I know that video is crazy. They are like trying to stand on just like concrete itself. They're not even like. I would never just go in that water, bro.
About issuing alerts based on that. In some places, like
Can
in
you
northern
see?
Chile, the Chileans have told us they have a very cliffy coastline. So if they
Yeah.
have a wave that's 1 meter,
Isaac's
it's not
definitely
a threat
asleep.
to them.
Oh yeah.
Isaac's put in a
An
group
inch.
chat.
So it's all kind of depends upon the individual country what they decide to do with these amplitudes we send them. But we'll update our forecast. We updated this one several times, and then we issue it to those countries.
Dude, what about Crescent City, yo? I'm trying to see what's popping off on Crescent.
Are you an Arsenal? Like Arsenal, all the tsunamis happening.
Dog, where is... Dude, Crescent City. Life. Yeah. Let's see if this guy knows. And it's Hawaii. I want to see frickin' Cali. Crazy.
If you
It's supposed to be like
have
5-foot
seen
waves, dog.
films of the 2011 tsunami in Japan,
Like 10.
you can see that sometimes when the wave comes in, it's very subtle. It just looks like a little bit of a surge of the sea. It just starts coming in a little bit and rising slowly, but it doesn't stop. It keeps rising and rising and rising, and the current gets faster and faster.
Was it like Rising Crest DiGiorno?
Of a town that's wiped out in 15 minutes.
Come on, Mosen. Oh no, Springfield.
Coming like a wall of water. It just
I cannot use the
Really good,
Springfield.
it's
rising.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Tide, well, not as slow as the tide.
hopping on Arsenal.
It's a rising tide that will come.
Oh,
I can't hear
255 on
anything.
this tiny off screen.
I'm playing Cardi, bro. I can't hear a single thing.
Okay, alright, yeah, that's why we don't go on Insta no more. That's so bad, bro.
If it's gently sloping,
What the heck?
I don't even know what you're saying, bro.
The sea is just going to rise slowly, but if it's something that gets focused.
How are you not dead, bro? Like, come on.
Or sometimes
TP.
there's a sharper
I need
slope,
TP for my
then the
bunghole.
wave can rise up and form this
Bro, volleyball did like 90 damage. That's crazy.
circle.
So it wouldn't be an anomaly that something big could happen at this point.
I'm
That
just
could
waiting.
change the course of what you're watching.
Crazy, a shotgun.
I'm hopeful not. I think.
I'm not even paying attention, bro.
Well, we still haven't seen what's going to happen on the Big Island because we haven't seen enough cycles, but we've seen quite a few cycles
Just fell in love
on
with.
Kauai, and
Hit the camera on. She
there
was
haven't
going
been
stuff.
any surprises.
Dude.
This dude is Patrick.
It did
Crescent
grow
City,
after the first
supposed to be
wave,
getting it.
but it hasn't grown. It hasn't grown very quickly after that. So in most places, maybe we've seen worse of it.
Make a cream, oh my god, I have so many coins, bro, after playing from today. I got like double. 7K
When it
coins right
floods
now.
the coast, the water goes down. The coast
That's
will
your
be
mind.
draining.
Tell me when you think you can cross the line.
Okay.
It's not going to flow back out to sea. So in big tsunamis where you've had a lot of destruction.
Ah, that was you. I knew it.
Bro, we killed each other.
I know, that was fire.
Why you on blue?
Because they wouldn't let me
I had
on
a
red.
feeling that was you.
All this debris and the
Yeah, I'm the cool delinquent. I have glasses, so it makes me cool.
for people.
And it makes the skin $20,000 instead of free.
Jesus, I am so low.
Okay, well.
No, you're dead.
Like, come on, bro. Yo, I got her away.
An hour to come back down. So
Did I kill you? We killed each other again.
Are we
Bro.
like the chosen ones?
Did you see my stream? I have like just a mini window of Arsenal playing.
Dude, I'm just like listening to music super loud. And I barely understand anything. I can't hear footsteps. I can't hear gunshots. I'm just playing off of instinct, bro. I can't even lie.
I'm just playing off of what I can
Bang,
see.
bang, 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 bang.
Bang,
Have
bang, bang,
you
bang.
lost your mind? Tell me who you think we
Dang it.
crossed the
I'm
line.
like clicking off my screen.
No more drugs for me. 'Cause the religion is all I need. Grab my hand. Baby, you
Oh.
live a hell of
How much
a
did that do?
life.
That fast?
Meteorologist Jennifer Robbins can break that down for us on kind of what we're seeing in terms of forecasting.
Thank you so much, Mark. Well, so far so good with the initial cycles, as what Chip was talking about. And we're crossing our fingers it continues to behave this way as what we've seen with these initial readings.
Dog,
so
I can't.
those first initial waves
Everything's so cooped up.
came in at 7 o'clock, but then grew larger and larger by 8 o'clock, and hopefully will be on the downward trend into the next several hours.
Again.
We keep, bro, every time we run into each other, we kill each other.
We'll have another spike
Dog,
in
what is going
energy,
on?
so we're not in the clear yet. But what we're seeing is unpredictable, strong currents accompanying all of this.
74.
Bro, this dude, like, keeps running around the
7
corners
o'clock and
and
8
stuff.
o'clock
What is
hour.
this?
Here are some of the initial readings reaching the islands. So Haleiwa, one of the largest there at
65.
4 feet. Also on Maui, you
There we
see
go.
this is an amplitude per 12 seconds in Haleiwa. There's lots of
Hey,
movement over the
we
waters.
crossed the
In Honolulu,
line.
it was about 3 feet in amplitude per 20 minutes.
Again.
So
Again.
What is this, bro?
This is hilarious.
Okay, like I'm getting killed by everybody else, but like you, I'm just killing you too.
First cycle, and then
Only person
you'll
I'm
see
trading
that energy
with.
coming
know.
in
Like this.
a period of time for one wave
Yo,
to
who
the
just
next.
lit the whole
And
hallway up,
also,
bro?
amplitude
This
is
dude
a
is my
measurement
nemesis because he
here
keeps running around
relative to
corners.
normal
Oof.
sea levels. So these are the numbers that we're seeing.
What about Crescent City?
relative to normal
Oh
sea
my
level.
god.
And we are seeing it hopefully on a downward trend, but it's too early to say.
Come
As you
on,
can
dude.
see, the magnitude,
Blue is
the
winning right now?
depth,
Oh my
the
god.
wave direction plays a big
Blue isn't
role
supposed to
about
win,
how
though.
all this
Water.
unfolds.
Why would you
And
run around
as
the corner and
waves
not
get
pre-fire me,
closer
bro?
and closer to the
This
island
dude,
and
bro.
how it interacts
He's
with
everywhere.
the island chain and also with our seafloor as well. And you
Oh,
can
dang.
see back in
He's
history
everywhere.
in
Bet you if I was full screen, I'd dominate this whole lobby right now.
9.5 magnitude hurricane, or a
Lobby is
9.5
freaking.
magnitude
I'm leaning
earthquake.
forward, listening
Very
to music. I
devastating
can't hear
situation.
anything.
It arrived 15 hours.
Dog, I'm supposed to be
Like,
seeing this
it's
California
footstep,
one.
I don't hear it. Why is there nobody in here, bro?
I've been trying to look for this Crescent City one. There's nothing of it.
There's no way he hit me more times. Oh, he's
Be
dead.
enough to cause widespread evacuations.
Stop
That being
camping.
said, people
Matrix?
have
Oh
been
my
What is
gosh, give me
this?
this.
What is this?
At this time of
What
year,
is
there are a lot
that
of
gun?
tourists. Now, when we look at Seaside, for example, that city is arguably one of the most vulnerable when it
What
comes
is
to this
this
kind of
gun?
threat. And that's for several reasons. Here's Seaside
There's like
City
4
Manager
dudes right
Spencer
there.
Kyle.
Oh,
It's
they all
okay.
knew I killed his
I think
teammate. Oh my
for
gosh.
Tsunami,
like
Seaside
that.
is the most vulnerable along the Oregon coast. We are the lowest in
Please,
elevation.
please get him. Please get,
We
bro.
have
Pay
a high
attention, bro.
population and density of people.
Dude.
Where is he?
Close to the beach.
Now, at the same
Is he in the
time,
sky?
this came in just
Sky,
before
yes,
5
bro.
Oh,
The
it's
city
okay.
of Seaside also had an
don't see him.
unexplained power outage.
I'm tagging
It wasn't
everyone, bro. I'm
connected
trying to
in any
get
way
kills
the
off of
tsunami
assist right
advisory,
now.
I know.
but It did cause chaos
his
and
ass.
concern in the community for a few hours. The city manager tells me conditions tonight will actually work in their favor.
She didn't believe me.
Coincides with low tide. So
I'm
it
striking like a
actually
I hit
oh my
him.
god.
the best possible scenario we could see for Seaside. Because of the
There
low
we go.
tide,
Of course, he's
I'm
right
not
there.
sure if it will
And,
even be noticed.
Bro, I can't. There's
but
so
we're
many little
advising
people
to
and
stay
they're just
off
spawning
the
everywhere.
beaches.
So,
This could
like, dude, he's right
affect,
there. Like,
currents and
this
things
fucking
like that
weirdo in the building, bro. Like, come on, bro.
in the ocean,
Something fucking
in our
weird.
estuary and things like that. So
me spawn kill
we'll
from
just
there.
stay back from that. I think everyone should be just fine.
I also checked in with Astoria's emergency
Yes,
manager,
the
and
rocket
he
got
tells
him.
me since they're inland, they're expecting even less of an impact.
It's just an advisory for us,
Get him,
and
get him, get him, get him, get him,
the
yeah.
expectation that we've been given from the weather service is less than a foot of a wave.
Now, there are also a lot of fishing vessels currently at sea based out of Astoria.
I'm trying to see this freaking Crescent City, bro.
I'm selling, bro.
I don't see nothing, dude.
Dude, they're like, they're fucking dodging
There's
back
nothing
into the
about
shit.
it.
It's so annoying.
You're talking about stream will
Damn,
begin
bro.
soon, bro. What are they talking about? Oh,
I
because
think
it's
that guy
12.
believed I killed him. Dude, like, I can't get through them. There's so many of
Oh,
them.
I think I just made it.
Grouped up together.
It's now midnight. Happy Wednesday, everybody. ABC 10
Woo!
meteorologist
didn't
Brandon
spread out
Minchuk
as
here
much as we
with
winning
one
right now.
final tsunami update
I bet
tonight,
you.
and then ABC 10 morning news starting at 5 o'clock. We'll take you from
Oof.
there. But here's what we've got at this hour. Tsunami
Okay.
warning continues for
Dang.
Yeah, if we
all
stopped
of
spreading
Hawaii
out, we would be
at
winning,
this
bro. Like,
hour.
oh my gosh.
We have already seen tsunami waves moving into the Hawaiian Islands. Most places recording tsunami waves of 3 to 4 feet,
That
although
hit
we've
for
seen
100, that's
some
crazy.
waves closer to 6 to 7. They've been isolated, but there's still waves on the way.
That
Here's
guy-
what the tidal
oh, he didn't
gauge
go real, man. I was like,
at
that guy's been
Midway,
funny
which
all
is
game, bro.
1,300 miles to the west.
No, I gotta have the guy
of
knife.
Hawaii. This is what they've
That guy's
been
gonna win
reporting
with the knife,
over
bro.
there. Notice the big
know.
fluctuations in waves. There are still
hit, bro.
tsunami waves.
Don't
moving
be the one that
through
get hit,
Midway
bro.
Islands,
Hell
heading
no.
towards
He was
Hawaii
running towards me.
as they
Get the fuck away
propagate
from me.
to
Get away from me!
So here's what the Big Island has been seeing. Kauai water levels
Dude,
just
like, come
within the
on.
last
Everybody
hour or
at
so.
blue team.
What
I
there
gotta
is
switch, bro.
is a wave of about,
Going on
here
his
we go,
next.
4 to
Oh, that guy's
5
gonna get his next snap.
Again, this is on
There we go.
the west side of the Big Island of Hawaii.
I can't reload.
No, he's gonna win. He's gonna win. I knew it too.
Dude, he spawned behind me. Come on.
Maybe
Like,
did
bro.
not show up quite as early as what the forecast from the warning center was.
Yeah, they
saying.
said it was late.
Their teammates are
7:17
freaking booty.
Hawaiian time or 10:17 Pacific time. It's maybe taking
Our
a little
teammates
longer
don't
for some of
freaking
the
work
bigger
together.
waves
It's
to
just like
get
all spread
to
out doing
Hawaii, but they're
FFA, bro.
starting to move through
The whole other team.
now. And I just want to say,
Okay.
there's been a lot of chatter on social media. Maybe some folks, let's say, disappointed that we've not
Don't do
seen
that, bro. Don't do that,
widespread
bro. Don't do
destruction
that.
in
Don't
Hawaii.
go-
And I have
don't
to
go
say
down
that's
that hallway
completely
alone, bro.
The wrong mindset. It's disgusting. That is not
Nah.
the right mindset to have. It's a good thing.
That's
that
a good thing
as
that
of right
there's
now,
no
we're
waves,
seeing
but it's
waves
like
as large as what the forecast
it's
has
just
called for.
interesting to
But
see the waves
it's
come up,
also
I feel.
important to remember that there are still
that's good
waves
everyone's
on the
safe.
way.
You gotta work as a
Never root
team,
for the
bro.
natural disasters
No
that
one works as a
impact
team, bro.
people.
Everyone
They
runs solo
provide
in this game.
some stunning
Art, no,
visuals
like,
that are
bro,
wrong
nobody's
in-
grouped
in-
up.
in-
The
they're
reason
bad
they
in-
keep
in
winning
all
is
the
because
wrong
they're all
ways,
grouped up.
but we never
Doing
root for the
1v1s
natural
with
disasters.
like
We want to root
1v3s,
for
bro, every
the
second.
people,
Freebies.
right, of these islands. So with that in mind,
I'm doing, like,
let's take a
1v1s
look
at
at
2
what we're
health
seeing
because
right now.
there's
This
nobody
is
else.
Waikiki Beach in Hawaii. Again, we haven't necessarily seen very large waves
No.
across all parts of Hawaii. Some places
And
have
I just
seen
got
waves in
fucking
excess of 4 to
one-tapped by
5 feet,
AR to
but,
the face.
I will say this is Waikiki. This is near Honolulu. Many of these areas have
I just
seen
got you.
waves closer to 2 to
Shit out of that
3
kid.
feet, and parts of Pearl Harbor, for instance, have seen waves of only a foot or 2. It's
There we
a little
go.
more sheltered.
Yeah,
It just
only a
kinda
foot or 2.
depends, right? We talked about this earlier.
I'm gonna eat an extra foot or 2.
I cannot see it. I'm making
where these waves are coming into.
Bro, like, you're hiding
plays
behind a
big
wall,
factor
bro.
in exactly how large that
Dang it.
tsunami may be. Regardless, it's important to get away from the water, to
Bro,
get off
they're
the
spawning
beaches as well,
behind
and that's what we
in
saw
front of
there
it,
a moment
behind,
ago
in
from
front
that
of it, 'cause
Waikiki
everybody
cam.
spread the
We
fuck
also have
out.
some other
Like,
footage
bro.
coming out of Hawaii, some of this from earlier in the
They all
evening
spawn
as
as a
well.
group 'cause they sit
Rachel,
there as a
what
group.
do we have up next? The sirens that were going off again. This was earlier in the evening, warning of the impending tsunami waves. We'll take a listen.
Damn.
That'll get your attention.
Yeah.
That'll get your attention. Those are the tsunami warning sirens. Again, these were going off earlier. May still be going off, but this video was from earlier this
Yeah.
this evening.
Yeah, no, it's pitch
And
black out there in
this
Hawaii.
thread is not done. Remember, there are still
It's the same
waves
over here,
on
but
the
it's
way
like-
behind
to
you,
Hawaii,
Jordan.
but we
Oh, yeah,
also,
you're right, behind me.
have some other video to take
That
a
guy
look
might
at.
catch
We
up
have
to me.
some
Never mind.
Cleared the whole
in
team out,
Hawaii.
yo.
We'll go to that video. There
If I
is
would've
from
turned around on
earlier.
time, I
There's
would've
some,
slimed him.
Sleep, that's
officials
crazy.
and law enforcement that showed up and said, you know, you need to get off the water. Right?
Bro, I'm about to take out the whole
Tsunami
team.
inbound,
Oh, never mind.
and, you know, if
Yo, I'm out of
you
ammo.
don't always have your phone when you go to the beach, so you may not have known. Right?
Like,
That's why
dude,
it's important,
like, he just
to get
jumps
the word of
behind
mouth out
me
there, to
every
get law
single time that
enforcement officials
fucking kid
out.
has killed
We've
me.
been told
Just
by
fucking
law
behind.
enforcement here in California that
Oh,
when
let's
there's a
go.
wildfire and evacuation orders,
Bro,
right,
he
the most
spawned
effective
right in
way
front of my eyes,
leave
bro.
to go send
Dog,
law
what? He
enforcement
just killed my
officer out
teammate
and
and just
warn
kept
people of
proceeding
the
like
impending
nothing
danger.
happened.
That's obviously what was happening there. You see the lifeguard.
No way.
With the
Like, I
microphone as
can't
well,
with
warning
this
people
shit,
of the
bro.
incoming
All right, here's
waves,
the
which,
win.
Again, are arriving to Hawaii right now.
There it is.
Starting
There's
to
the
see
win
some. There's still
on
more
a
to
tiny
go.
ass screen.
Tsunamis are not one wave. And
tiny
that's
ass
it,
screen.
right? We've
Yeah,
seen
like
multiple
literally a
Well, I keep getting
box.
fucking
and
spawn
that's
killed
what
because
we were
everybody's
just waiting on the title
fucking
gauge. We've
spread
got
out
some
across
more
the map,
images
so
here,
spawns isn't anywhere.
of,
Bro, not everyone was
coming
still there
out
after.
of
Like,
Hawaii.
This is
Of
this
boats
fucking shit that
leaving
pisses me off,
the
bro. It's
harbor,
like,
because it may seem a little bit counterintuitive that you'd want to be on the water as opposed to in harbor.
Yeah.
But your boat is a lot safer in open water in a tsunami. It'll ride out the waves better than it would in the harbor.
Yo, they're
which is much
fucking lining this whole
shallower.
thing up,
You can
bro.
get higher waves. You can get some
LSAT or
waves
whatever this
bouncing
gun
off the
is
sides of the harbor,
doggy.
kind of making it even
Doggy
worse.
daycare.
And if your boat is anchored or roped right up to the dock, it's going to bump back and forth with the dock, could potentially cause you to take on some water.
Dude,
so it's
oh my God,
better
like,
to be, if
my
you're on
shit
a
is
boat,
on
better
point,
to
it's
be
just I'm getting
out
jumped,
in the
bro.
water than anchored in the harbor. But it is not good to be on the beaches, and a lot of people took that to heart and heeded the warnings, and roads got,
I got the
a little bit
volleyball.
crowded earlier in Hawaii as a lot of folks were evacuating. This seems fairly
Entire
familiar.
fucking
We see this
room is
sometimes with wildfires here in California. We see it oftentimes with hurricanes in the Gulf
Yes.
Coast, right? People all kind of headed one direction, and the other
Bro,
direction's maybe
fucking
not quite,
shoot him, you
as
dumbass!
busy, but
Oh
all
my
of a sudden,
God.
definitely what we
This
have been
kid.
looking across
Yo.
why people taking it seriously.
I don't
which
know,
Is
it's
good news.
just fucking
People
whoever's
getting
next to
off
me.
the water, boats going back out to sea.
Where are you at? I know
and
you're,
again,
you got my
people
back,
just
bro. Just
Heading
fuck.
for
I can't.
higher ground.
I don't even know where you are.
This is
I'm
a
using a
solid
ball
volleyball
right now.
Pacific
Flying
Oh, there we go.
West seismic
I'm
network.
getting hit by stray
Talking about
volleyballs
the,
and dying, bro.
talking about
This
how
shit is annoying
what
as
we see
hell.
in Hawaii could determine what we see on the West Coast. Let's listen.
Ooh,
What we
that was
see
kind of
in
crazy.
Hawaii will be a test of what we might expect around
Bum,
the rest
don't
of
hold
the
that
Pacific
quarterback.
Rim, reaching Hawaii, obviously, as you said, sooner.
Are you listening to back rooms?
You know, it could scale anywhere
Yes.
from really not
Sig.
any significant damage at
can't hear
all
shit.
at long distances to significant damage in areas that are right at
I hate the
coastal
pulse laser.
levels. I mean, it's important to emphasize people don't need to panic if they're, far away from the shoreline.
Dude, like
or
they're
more
fucking
than,
spawning to the right of
a
me.
few
I
meters
can't even
above
get
sea
fair
level
fucking
for most
1v1,
distant
dude.
regions. But
Oh my
right
God.
at the shoreline, in harbors, marinas, coastal towns, that's where the hazard lies.
Yep.
And we do have
Still waiting to hear
still
about
at
Crescent
this
City if
hour
they're
to
okay, because
California
it was supposed to
tsunami
say
advisory across
5-foot
much
waves, bro.
of
That's
the California
insane.
coast, with the exception being
Dude,
along
oh my
the far
God, I missed
north
all my
coast,
shots.
north of Cape Mendocino, all the way to the Oregon state line. That's
Okay.
where we've got a tsunami warning in effect.
Yeah,
Humboldt
for Crescent
County
City,
looking at
yeah.
waves about 1 to 2 feet, locally as high as
I
3.
got one.
Del
Like,
Norte
bro,
County,
getting
though, and
jumped
especially Crescent
every
City,
time.
could
I
see
can't,
5-foot
bro.
waves. And the other thing is, like I'd mentioned with
And
Oh,
this
until
nigga just-
Friday?
Guy,
one
what
and
the
done
fuck,
situation where
bro?
you got
I
one
thought it
wave
was
coming out,
today. No
wave
wonder
and
why.
it's over.
Okay.
You get a situation where you're going to get multiple waves coming in. This is a live look up in Crescent
So just
City.
don't go to Crescent City
And
for a
it's
few
little
days. Got it.
hard to tell,
Dumbass.
fairly dark. I would say things generally look
Dumbass.
fairly calm, but this is going to go on for about 30 hours.
Damn.
How the hell did I
That's
go
what
from like
the,
dominating
Tsunami
the
Warning
leaderboard
Center
to like
is,
At least it's
is telling us
calm.
Like
tonight
5
is that
seconds.
we
This
could
guy,
see
that
waves
bunny
up to
dude is gonna
5
win.
feet,
Though it's
in
Johnny,
Crescent
bunny
City
guy.
for the
I'm
next
not about to die to
30
him.
hours
Hell no.
or
I know,
so.
bro.
And it may not seem like a lot, but imagine 5 feet over the course of 30
Fucking
hours.
missile
That can
boat
do
Dog,
a
how am I
little bit of damage.
losing with
That's
the
why there's
Gatling
that
gun?
Tsunami warning. We'll go a little further south.
No, don't die to him.
South tip of Cape Mendocino all the way down to the Bay Area. Tsunami advisory.
pick
Waves
somebody,
1,
bro.
maybe 2 feet in some areas, but generally look
Hell
at
no.
1 foot
Watch your
waves
back,
a
bro.
little further
I'm knifing
south.
like it's
Never mind, he
Same
killed you.
story
Like,
across
bro.
the Central Coast and then
And
Southern
there's
California.
nobody. There's 3 people.
Also got that
like 2 or
tsunami
3
advisory
people that are on
at
my
this
team
hour.
behind me, and
Waves
this,
of
I don't
1
hear any
to
shots.
2 feet
Yeah.
across parts of Southern California.
Yeah.
A lot of areas
2
will
foot
likely
waves
come under
isn't
a
too
foot,
bad,
some
but it
areas,
could still be
again, 1
dangerous if
to
all
2
that water
feet.
goes
We
on
have
land.
some video coming out of Southern California. People, I understand,
Oh.
in helicopters.
Helicopters are out? Dang.
And to be clear, this goes for Southern California, goes for Sacramento, Northern California.
All right, that's gonna wrap up the stream for the night. The tsunami waves could last up to Friday. Pretty calm tonight.
Man.
Let's be happy everyone's safe. At least everyone got to safety. No deaths, which is good. No one got injured.
Yes.
So yeah, that's